Go Camel.
Great commercial. Let's see now. Coming up, we do have big TV news today, actually.
Big TVs are crazy cheap.
No, I meant news about television.
Not big screen
programming
TVs.
of television, not the size of the television set.
Well, that's the important thing. It doesn't matter what's on. It matters how big your TV is.
Do you know how many people watch television on their phones?
Lots.
More than I think, probably.
So the whole big screen thing has kind of gone away.
Not for me.
I don't think it has. What do you got there? 60, what are you running? 65?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
what I got. 65.
Do you hook up your
what do you got over there,
various devices, your Chromebook, if you will, so you can watch porn on the big screen?
No, I don't have anything. I don't like when the devices are hooked up to each other.
Okay. Do you like to have your pornography on a big screen?
What are you doing?
Do I want to play the character or do I want to be Josh?
No, here's the thing I'm irritated by. He's so worried about this Chromebook joke that's going to change the world that he's...
Joke, it's a news story.
He's already telegraphing it?
He's telegraphing it. Yeah, that's the only reason he did that.
It's kind of inside radio, not really interesting to anyone. No, I was just curious. Do you enjoy watching the porn on the big screen?
That's on my phone.
Really? Do you feel guilty when you call your mom on that same phone?
Not at all. No.
I think the best way...
Mom, you should have seen the scene I just watched.
I think the best way to watch porn is live, I think, probably, isn't it?
Live in person.
Mom, does it sound like
imagine that. No.
Mom, does it sound like I'm underwater? This phone was wet about 3 minutes ago.
Well.
This rice isn't doing anything. I've made some sort of awful paella.
I don't care if only 4 people get those jokes. Those are rock solid. That's the kind of comedy that's going to get a standing O in Toledo.
You know, our friend Reno was in Toledo over the weekend, and he sent me a video from stage.
Yes.
I saw it.
Did people say hi and stuff?
Yeah, he got them to say, "We love you."
Oh, that's sweet.
Josh famously had a rough week in Toledo many years ago, but before he'd gotten the level of...
Not like now.
No, kill it now.
I was better back then.
I was at the top of my game.
Before we just beaten your soul until it just left
We? What do you mean we, Kemosabe?
Okay, thank you very much. Now, we have a lot to get to today. Chris, do you want to give me at least one teaser?
Well, we have a goat in a police car. How's that sound?
I love that joke.
Sounds like a great episode of the Andy Griffith Show. Hey, Barney, did they...
Or, how about this one? Naked woman uses toy in adult store.
Oh, I saw that. So it's not... And by the way, guess the state. Seriously.
Florida.
Of course.
She took it as...
So in other words, woman buys dildo.
She wanted to try it before
you thrust it, you bought it. Signs all over there.
Christy, you got to try before you buy. Everybody does that.
No.
She test drove it right there in the showroom?
Well,
yes.
in sex stores, they do put the batteries in and everything.
Christy, did you see the mugshot?
I have not. I'm going to look it up right now.
Disturbing.
Oh, boy.
No.
It should just be one of those things that just says, "Hey kids, don't take drugs."
Have you ever laughed at one?
Oh, sure.
You mean...
A mugshot?
They take out a dildo, and it not only does it vibrate, but it has that thing where kind of the fickle finger of fate. If you know
it kind of twirls.
Kind of twirls. In the end,
There are
kind of
pearls running around the side.
Yeah, it
Oh, my.
spins around. You go,
That it sings like Billy Bass.
that's the only thing left.
And it's not saying take me to the river either.
It is in the beginning, but then take me to the river. Okay.
No.
We've done all the jokes for that one.
That'll kill the
okay,
mood.
we got a lot to get to.
I'm looking at her photograph.
Also, cool Batman news, actually. Out of Vietnam, of all things.
Huh.
Hanoi, actually. Believe it or not. You'll like this story.
Yeah, it's in Vietnam.
Whiskey news, circumnavigation news, which is very exciting.
It's a world record, I think.
It's very much so. Right now, I want to remind you about cybercrime, because it's way up. During the pandemic, and this would be just in case every day goes by and you go, really? Another thing? Well, guess what? The last thing you want to have now is to have your identity stolen. It happens constantly. It's all around you, so be careful. That's where LifeLock comes in. They helped me out just a couple of weeks ago. So a lot of us are doing online banking. There's all kinds of things going on. We read about it every week. Some major company goes, "Oh, sorry, we just sent all your information out there. It's all been stolen." So that's where LifeLock can help you by keeping an eye on it while you sleep. and while you drive and while you go about your life. Identity theft, serious business, and it happens a lot. So LifeLock detects a wide range of those threats to your identity. For example, your social security number could be for sale right now on the dark web. That's why LifeLock has a pretty cool thing going on right now. It's a free dark web scan if you go to lifelock.com/scan to see if that is out there right now happening to you. LifeLock, like I said, detects a wide range of identity threats. So when they do detect your information has potentially been compromised, they'll send you an alert, and you can make sure that it's you doing what they say is happening, not somebody else. Nobody can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at all businesses, but you can find out if your information is on the dark web right now with that free dark web scan. LifeLock.com/scan. Pick the plan that's right for you and save up to 25% off your first year with the promo code TOM25. Once again, free scan, LifeLock.com/scan. And 25% off LifeLock services by going to LifeLock.com and use the code TOM25. Coming back in sports.
NBA playoffs, some Major League Baseball happening. We got a couple of world records. And if you're a Denver Bronco fan and wanting to see Von Miller play this season, not so fast, my friends.
Uh-oh. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Hey, Mark Allison with you on Hump Day. That's right, Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. On the way, Jessica Alsman will be zooming in, as will Allie Breen later today. We're looking forward to hearing from both of those young ladies, especially Allie. She's been on fire with some of her relationship questions that our fans have sent in. We'll be covering that later. You never know. We might be talking about your relationship later this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show coming up right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Taylor Swift, Usher, Billie Eilish, and Phineas are among the acts who want to get young people out to vote. They have joined with the advocacy organization Global Citizen and voter registration group Headcount in a nonpartisan campaign to encourage young people to register to vote, then turn out to vote. They're offering incentives like the chance to win a Swift autographed guitar or a dance lesson from Usher for young people who check their voting status on globalcitizen.org. Andrew Lloyd Webber has told British lawmakers that the arts are, quote, at the point of no return. Lloyd Webber says theater is a labor-intensive business and few shows hit the jackpot the way Hamilton or Phantom of the Opera did. He pushed the British government to give a date when theaters can reopen. He says they just can't open a building the way a movie theater can. And a lot of servers and bartenders have seen their income fall because of the coronavirus pandemic. But in Anchorage, Alaska, a server got a big payday. Angelina Backus says a guy at a table with 3 other men asked to chat with her. When she did, the guy opened his wallet and peeled off 5 $100 bills. All part of a social media trend called the Venmo Challenge, where people use the online payment app to send money to a friend who uses that money to build up a bankroll for big tips. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
In NFL news, the Buffalo Bills are creating a so-called fan bubble, so their fans have a sanitized pregame clean zone in which they can rage, party, and break tables. And while the city of Buffalo can reach freezing temperatures as soon as October, we're told that the team is insulating their bubble with those Bills Super Bowl championship T-shirts they never got to sell.
I think there are 4 styles.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time. It saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Dear Penthouse, I'm a freshman at a small Midwestern university, and I never thought something like this could happen to me. when my teacher with the dynamite asked me to stay after class, and she started to undress. I can't forget the statement she made. If you drop your pants, I'll raise your grade. Dear penthouse, I'm a seaman first class at an overseas naval base. It's been 7 long months since I've seen a woman's face. When I saw your recent issue, I took a box of Kleenex tissue and I locked the barracks door. Thanks to you, I've gotten a grip. Please excuse my jerky penmanship. I've read every issue since 1974. The first 2 years behind the bathroom door. I poured through every penthouse I could find. Even though my mom said I'd go blind.
Dear Penthouse, doing sports on the radio has always been my job. I've never wanted a man until I noticed Bob. When we're close, I start to perspire. His little bun set my loins on fire. And I dream about the day he'll say, 21 at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
That's Christy Lee, and she's got the weather.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Some sun today, look for a high at 88. Clear tonight down to 62. Partly cloudy, 80 tomorrow. 66 currently.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, the Bob and Tom Golf Outing. It's a charity project to benefit for the great Riley Hospital for Children. You can be part of it coming up Wednesday, September 16th. That's a week from today, because I know it seems like a Tuesday, but details, Q95.com. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's review here. We'll take attendance. Ace Cosby, engineer.
Present.
Chick McGee, sports guy.
How about you?
Thank you very much. Sitting in, who is that sitting in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair?
It's me, Josh Arnold.
Oh, it's Josh Arnold. Didn't recognize him with that bushy beard.
Seems darker, too. It's luscious. I'd like to run barefoot through your beard.
I'll have to take a look at it. I didn't really know. I haven't done anything to
You
it.
can just rub your feet on it.
Yeah, you can rub your feet on my beard.
I can do that.
Get them dirty first.
Jeez. All right.
Okay.
Step on a pumpkin.
Big pumpkin news coming tomorrow.
It's pumpkin.
Okay, sorry. She's a little pumpkin. It's our news pumpkin.
Oh,
it's
geez.
Christy.
I like it.
Is that actionable? Yeah, and then you called her the news pumpkin. Is that correct, sir?
Ladies,
Well, Your Honor, look at how cute she is.
She's a little pumpkin.
Your Honor, look how case dismissed.
It's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom, and Willie G is in the, what are we calling it now? We had to get rid of several names.
Was it a hot box?
How about the chamber?
Chamber. No.
The chamber?
That sounds like he's in the gas chamber.
I think the
That's
chamber
horrible.
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds like some kind of game show.
No.
Willie Griswold, comedian, is in the chamber.
I say we bring him in here and stop trying to name his room. How about that?
Well, Chick, you know what I said earlier? I think that we should get some sort of harness system to suspend me off the ceiling.
There you go.
A la Mission Impossible.
Yes, I'd be 6 feet away from everybody, kind of like Tommy Lee and Motley Crue. You know, I'd be up.
Yeah, but every time you talk, your voice would sound like this because you're hanging from the ceiling.
Hey, guys, can you let me down? I need to go pee real bad.
We could have him spin around like Tommy Lee to a 360.
People on the VIP.
I was funnier when I didn't strain my core. Can I get down?
Oh, we have that. Did I send you the story about the lady falling through the ceiling?
No, but I saw the video.
Oh, it's the best.
The girl was doing a TikTok video.
Yeah,
or
I'll
something.
find it for you.
Yeah.
It reminds me of something famous on this
TikTok fails are amazing.
show. We'll get to that coming up, but I think we're going to dip our toes into the world of sports with Chick McGee. What's
Lakers enjoy a 2-1 lead in the Western Conference Finals after beating the Rockets. Plenty of Rockets. For the second straight day, LBJ scored 36. Nobody calls him that. Rajon Rondo, fourth quarter rally, and the Lakers 112-102 win over the Rockets.
Do you suppose Rondo ever hits on a rando?
I bet Rando hits on a rando.
course he
Or
does.
has, yeah.
I do have that story, by the way.
About the rando?
No, about the TikTok video.
Okay, I'm talking about Rondo hitting on a rando.
You know how I heard he
Yeah.
picks up the randos?
How does he
well,
pick up the
Rondo
rando?
picks up the randos by flashing some hundos, is what he does.
So he flashes a hundo, a rando comes running, and then the Rondo hits on the rando.
This is gold.
And he says, "Hey, Rando, you want to hop
This
in
is
my..."
the who's on first of the NBA.
says- he
Some
says-
people will say, or people are yelling at the radio to shut up right now, but not me.
Yeah. No,
I
check.
love it.
He goes, I'm Rajon Rondo. How about you look at these hundos, Rando? Hop in my Lambo. That's all I got. That's
Oh
all I
my
got.
God!
And do you like Rambo? Because I got Stallone coming over.
I want to do an inventory of this joke.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So we started with
Wait,
some
really
dude
quick.
named-
Really quick. Let's be clear. It's not a joke. It's not a joke at all.
apologize, of this hunk something.
Yes.
So we started off with my observation that Rondo, who I have no idea who this guy is, he.
What? You know who Rajon Rondo is?
I couldn't care less.
Kind of a bad boy.
I learned the word rando from Al Jackson,
Of course, yeah.
which, Christy, you remember what rando is?
Yeah, it's somebody that you just pick up
something.
randomly.
Yeah, it's a hookup, essentially.
Yeah, it's
I
like a
believe it's
hookup.
short for random person.
Yeah,
Right.
because,
Right, of course.
Being in the NBA.
Pussy King, Pussy King.
So we've got
He is the king.
your rondo, your rando, and then what was next?
He was flashing some hundos.
Honda, and then he went to his automobile, which was a
Lambo. And then
Lambo.
Josh noted that they wanted to watch a movie and they could watch.
Rambo.
Yes.
okay. Have we exhausted all of the andos?
Yes.
Oh, we know.
Because if we did this live, we could have the voice of Frank Caliendo.
Sure. Well, Caliendo does Rondo hitting on a rando in a Lambo while flashing hundos and watching Rambo.
In Rando, watching Rambo in slow-mo.
Right. And then
Oh my God!
and Caliendo's Brando is unparalleled.
I don't know if this is funny. I don't know if it's a joke, but maybe
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Chick's face tells me it's not.
I'm way around the bend on this. Anyway, something happened last night during the Lakers game.
With
and
Rambo?
win over the Rockets.
Rando?
No, it happened to LeBron James. According to the internet, after his post-game interview with TNT, their Dynamite, LeBron untucked his jersey and noticed a mysterious yellow stain on the bottom. LeBron then showed his stain to the monobrow, Anthony Davis, and both players shared a quick laugh before heading to the locker room.
Mustard, you think? Or pee?
I don't know. Someone tweeted. This is a.
Did he have an encounter with a rando?
It's a. This is an example.
Wait a minute. Oh, we forgot the most important one.
Maybe it was just Bonzo.
This whole thing's. Wait a minute. How did
What
we
about
miss this?
Bonzo?
What?
The event we were talking about before, which had Rondo and the Rando,
Of
took
course.
place in Orlando.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course it did.
Yeah, I was a little angry that you brought it back, but that was good, Orlando.
So sorry. How did we forget that?
Here's a typical tweet. I think LeBron peed his pants mid-game. I'm not kidding. He untucked his jersey post-game, and there was a lot of yellow. Tom, here you go.
I wouldn't think that he would be that dehydrated.
I think there you go.
Is the Lakers jersey white?
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yes.
wore the
That
whites
does
like that.
certainly look
it
like
looks
urine.
yeah, it does. It looks like he peed himself.
Well,
Huh.
Remember
Do you suppose that was Rondo's first rodeo with a rando?
oh,
Yeah, I do. I do. That Rondo.
Are we going to be doing this all morning?
I hope so.
It doesn't even rhyme. I don't even know what the
It'll
game
just
is anymore.
seem
No.
like-
Anything that ends in O is
called,
okay now.
It's called poetic license.
Oh.
We like an N and an O in there if possible, maybe a D. Sorry.
We just have to hang in there until it's over. It's like this is like a tornado warning. We have to wait, and everything will be fine.
Tornado's close.
Yeah, it
Coming
is.
up, we have a really interesting story about Italy and stealing the Sando.
Sando off of what statue?
No,
the
out of
Sando
the
off the beach.
beach-o.
Oh, I thought
Off
you
the
meant
beach-o. You're gonna
like a
keep up-
flip-flop.
Oh, the girl ruined it by saying
A
beach.
Sando's slang for
I ruined it.
No, Christy didn't ruin it at all. This has been ruined since I said hundo. This was
Okay, but now the important thing to remember is that Rondo picked up the Rando,
right,
and he was going commando.
Oh man, who knew that?
Yeah.
So now it's just rhyming. Now the rules have changed.
A little more precise, I thought.
You know what?
Yeah, I thought it was more.
This took place in Orlando.
I blame you.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
You're
real
better
sorry.
than this.
I know. I got a little loose. I said hundo. I got hot. You know.
I wish somebody had written this down because then we could do it all in one sentence.
Oh, I've got pretty much all of it.
You do?
Yeah.
You've got your Orlando?
Once in Orlando,
Right.
Rando hit on a rando.
Wearing no underwear, so he was
Commando.
Then he got into his automobile,
Why are you inviting him into this?
While flashing hundos, he said, "Hey, Rando, want to get in my Lambo? I'm watching Rambo."
So he's got a TV in his car.
Of course.
In slow-mo. Don't forget slow-mo. That was mine.
And then
Slow-mo?
this whole thing was narrated by comedian Frank
Caliendo,
Right.
who then went on to do a mean Brando.
Hi.
Yeah, you're right. This isn't anything.
Exhausting.
And he told us about his upcoming date.
Now that I look at the sum of all we've done,
Yeah, when you sit back and look at it like I have, it really blows. Yeah.
They could have gone dancing.
Yeah?
They would have done a tango.
I don't know. I don't know if that fits. That goes with slow-mo in the no thanks category.
I beg your pardon.
They could have gone to, wait a minute, hang on a second.
The Miami Heat are in the NBA's
Gone to
Eastern
Paris and spent some Francos.
Yes.
Conference
Well, I
Finals.
guess the Euros now. Yeah, it
For the
doesn't really
first
work.
time. So much
I'm
for
drawing a blanco.
So much for Fear the Deer. The Heat beat the Bucks last night, eliminating Giannis 103-94.
Chick's still talking.
And we're listening.
Yeah.
NHL playoffs.
Oh.
Oh, what
I'm
is
not
that?
going to tell you. Vegas beat Dallas 3-0. A person with knowledge of the situation tells this reporter Denver Broncos star linebacker Von Miller may have suffered a season-ending ankle injury toward the end of Tuesday's practice. Miller appeared primed for a big season. He gained some weight and muscle. He had rededicated himself to the sport, so it looks like now he might not play. But when you gain weight quickly, possibly with help from training, of course, and other possibilities, your body becomes too heavy for your ankle and your knee, and things like this happen, Josh. I don't know. That's just my
conspiracy theory over there.
That's just my stupid world record. Rando and the Lambo with the
you want to revisit
Rando and the Hundo and the
on the radio.
Rambo and the radio and the slow mo. Rambo and slow mo. It's just as bad. It's just as good as the other stuff.
I'm with you, Chick.
I went to Second City and watched Normando. That was for Willie.
Yeah, who's Normando?
It's a form of long-form improv.
An Australian woman, Dingo, stole my bubby, has set the Guinness World Record for the fastest went around Australia by sailboat.
Really?
Adventure and ocean sailor Lisa Blair, who was
That's
on.
a weird man's name.
She's a badass. She's
on the Facts of Life, Lisa Blair. Remember?
I remember Blair, of course.
Set out October 20th, 2018, and completed the voyage in 58 days, 2 hours, 25 minutes. The previous record, he beat that by 10 days, and it was just validated. Due to the challenging nature of her trip, Blair was only able to sleep for about 20 minutes at a time.
Oh, man.
That's the worst. She covered a distance of 6,536 nautical miles at an average speed of 5.39 miles per hour in her 100% eco-powered boat named Climate Action Now.
Well, it's a sailboat.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with that?
Climate Action Now.
This is super cool. What a badass.
Save the clouds.
60-foot waves.
Save the clouds.
It's not
Let's
clouds.
start that right
I tried to like a year or two ago.
Save the clouds.
Yeah. People thought I was making fun of a very serious situation.
No.
She circumnavigated Australia, which, by the way, good choice. I mean, if you have to circumnavigate a continent.
Although,
Antarctica would have been a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you want to go for Australia. But remember, you have to go the other way once you get halfway through it.
Well, of course, yeah.
Once you get halfway through, you're going back the other way, and you haven't even started yet.
But aren't those the sharkiest waters? Be scared.
Yeah, it's pretty bad there.
Yeah, but also, it's Australian rules sailing.
How does that?
You do it in a pickup truck. So it's slightly different than... Okay, that's a lie. What Australian? No, this is super cool. It's a great looking boat and by herself. And it
She was
says
down under.
60-foot waves.
It's a boat. Let
sleeping
Tom go.
20 minutes at a time, that taught her, Christy, how to be a mother.
Yeah.
And have a baby.
In a sailboat. No?
I like it.
Well, she was almost killed once a couple years ago. It's the same woman, I think, that had the mast. Remember the mast split, broken in half, and so she's quite the adventurer. What a
I'm
cool
surprised
thing
you
to do.
shared this story with us because none of us being sailors,
Yeah,
we really can't relate like you can.
Well, yeah, she's cool.
Her
By
and
herself on a
Liz
big boat like this. Awesome.
I understand nobody else wanted to go with her. So
Yeah, her boyfriend thought it was pretty awesome too.
yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Why don't you do Africa next?
You know what? I'd go while you're all warmed up already. I'd go now. We're all miserable.
I can't think of any sailing terms that have an ando in them.
You could be creative license. You could say starbow or whatever. But I figured we should all just move on.
Okay, we're gonna
I
leave
said
that word.
sailboat, and I'm hurt you missed it.
I heard sailboat chick.
Okay.
I kind of wanted him to run out of gas, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so it's a cool thing. Good for her.
One more record, and then we'll wrap up sports.
Oh, I know. You know what happened? I forgot about this.
Oh, my.
What
Well,
happened?
when she circumnavigated, because you don't get to stop, you're at sea the entire time. So she is at sea for almost 60 days at sea. And then when she finally arrives, she goes, land ho.
Yes, of course. Of course she does.
Land ho.
That almost works too well.
Yeah. I mean, you stuck the landing is what you did.
Yeah. So we're going to have to edit that into the Rando, man. That's going to be kind of a tight edit there.
Christy quit.
Okay, sorry.
So when we package up the real show and send it out to people, that'll be in it, right?
Yeah, it'll go from
That's good.
Rondo
We
picking
can
up
cut
the
out-
Rando
Yeah.
by showing the Hondo as he gets into the Lambo to watch Stallone and Rambo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And then
can't include this
edited
in
by
our...
Frank Caliendo, who does a great Brando.
I feel like this is the quiz they give dementia patients. You know? How many of these can you remember?
Car, tree, lawn. Yeah.
Rondo's First Rodeo, right? Isn't that the name of the movie?
Yes.
Okay. Rondo. Cool name.
Rajon Rondo.
That's a great name. Very poetic.
He sounds like a bad guy in Dick Tracy. Rajon Rondo and Flat Top.
Yeah. Oh, Flat Top. Yeah. Coming up, we have, that kind of reminds me of something. We do have, we have happy birthday news, but not a birthday.
All right. So maybe something about the song? Or...
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
Here we go.
Something
again.
about the song.
One of the sisters died.
Yeah.
What?
Didn't two sisters write that
two
song?
really old
Yeah,
sisters.
but they've been
wrote
dead
it.
for a century, I think.
Oh, I didn't realize that song was that old.
Really? Wow.
Well,
That's a bummer.
wasn't it finally determined that the melody for that had been around for a couple hundred years?
I don't know the history of the Happy Birthday
It's
song.
really
I'm sorry.
complicated. You used to pay royalties for it. That's why all the restaurants wouldn't do
Yep,
Happy
right.
Birthday. They would
That's
do their
exactly
own. They would do their own version.
The sisters may have sampled a tune or something from somebody else.
They helped Dre
I think
with
they
a couple
wrote.
of his
I think, as I recall, they wrote dozens and dozens of songs all to that melody.
Oh.
So Merry Christmas.
You know, they also wrote "Me So Horny" by Two Live Crew. They wrote that. Yeah.
Oh,
Who knew?
What a great one.
Me so horny.
Oh, Me So Horny.
So's Rondo because he. Never mind. Give me the
Well, he's
teaser.
commando. I mean,
World record coming up.
Oh, really?
We forgot that when Rondo picked up the Rando, he was going commando.
that's right.
Are you enjoying this?
And on the radio, of
Because-
course, was "Help Me, Rhonda." Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Rhonda? No. Now you're changing all the rules.
Oh, yeah, we should try it with Rajon Rondo. His sister.
If Godwin were here, if he were here, I would make him go write the version of this to "Help Me, Rhonda."
Right now, he's stabbing a sewing needle into his ear.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to come in.
No,
And
ear
at
still hurts.
At this point, I don't blame him.
All right, let's talk about something super cool. This is one of my favorite new things, and I didn't know about it until recently. It's called MasterClass. These are exclusive classes on all kinds of different topics taught by masters. For example, I've been watching the one with Ron Howard, the film director. I was just watching the one where he takes a couple scenes from Apollo 13 and walks you through how they did it, and it's absolutely amazing.
And here's the space shuttle blasting off.
That's kind of how he sounds.
Except it wasn't the space shuttle.
That's a great
If you're
Ron
going to
Howard.
contribute, maybe add a touch of knowledge and literacy.
I'd like to think I had a soup song of intelligence.
Whatever you say, Rando.
Throwing around what you had for lunch yesterday isn't going to help. MasterClass.
Well, that's just me. That's just a mean.
For example, here's how it works. You enter MasterClass. You for a very modest fee, you get all the classes, and they're about 10 minutes long, and then they'll have, for example, Ron Howard's got about 20 different lessons. For another good example, Penn and Teller have one. I cannot wait to watch this.
Cool.
Learning how to do magic, acting lesson. How would you like to take an acting lesson from Samuel L. Jackson, or take 20 acting lessons? It's all on MasterClass. They've got chess. They've got Neil deGrasse Tyson doing a thing about thinking scientifically. It's so cool. They've got Steve Martin doing a thing about comedy. A bunch of great chefs doing stuff, and you do this at your own pace. So you could be standing in line somewhere and do a 10-minute lesson from Annie Leibovitz on photography. Really insightful stuff and incredibly well produced and filmed. It's called MasterClass. I really recommend you check this out. I had no idea. It's so cool. And you get unlimited access to every MasterClass. And as a Bob and Tom Show listener, you get 15% off your annual membership. And it's not very expensive. You go to masterclass.com/comedy and you get into the minds of some of the best people doing the things that made them so well known. Masterclass.com/comedy for 15% off MasterClass. And of course, a lot of the lessons are not about comedy. That's just the code word. Masterclass.com/comedy. 15% off. Learn from the best. It's super cool. Coming up, we have some interesting news about TV. The Batmobile in the news. And exercise news. And what have you got over there?
A world record.
Another world record. I think we successfully in almost record time just
we're getting all these tweets. Good show so far. Glad I'm listening, and it's all only Danny DeVito violently shaking his head.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
They call her Jessica Alsman. She'll be zooming in with her pretty blue eyes and dark hair later this morning. And Allie Breen, a blonde, zooming in from New York City. She'll be covering relationship issues. You can reach her on all social media platforms. That's Allie Breen, ALLIBREEN, Allie Breen, across all social media. And you can be sending your relationship questions to her. And who knows, maybe later this morning we'll be talking about your relationship right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Lakers enjoy a 2-1 lead. The Western Conference Finals after beating the Rockets for the second straight day, 112-102. Miami Heat are in the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 6 years, following a 103-94 win over the top seed Milwaukee Bucks. Major League Baseball interleague action yesterday. Minnesota, Philly, St. Louis, Washington, Baltimore, Detroit, Boston, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco, your winners. American League winners, Oakland, Kansas City, Toronto, Texas, and Houston. And National League, your winners, Miami, the Cubs, San Diego, and the Dodgers. NHL playoffs, Vegas blanks Dallas 3-0. And NFL news, according to reports, the Denver Broncos say star linebacker Von Miller may have suffered a season-ending ankle injury toward the end of yesterday's practice. Miller appeared primed for a big season following an offseason which he added several pounds of muscle and said he had rededicated himself to football. Results will come later in the week. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You got to be, hard holding your downward dog while trying to keep them goats from eating your yoga mat the whole time. Swear to God. Goats are dicks. And the only good thing to ever come from yoga was yoga pants.
Hear.
Oh, every woman looks fire-ass hot in yoga pants. Even if she's got butterface. Yoga pants are so tight nowadays. I swear to God, you can actually count the number of stitches she has in her C-section.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24.
Comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Rodney Carrington is our guest.
I was in Orlando, Florida here recently. I went to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
I spent $3,000. I stood in line for 14 hours and rode 3 rides.
Wow.
Not real sure, but I think I got screwed on that deal. My ass was a little sore when I left the Magic Kingdom that afternoon. Also, went to a little, can you say bar?
No.
Yeah. We went to a place down there called the Booby Trap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
Let me tell
famous.
you, that's exactly what the hell that was. A booby trap. And I tell you, I've never been so happy to see a place in all my life. The building is in the shape of 2 big old boobies. And it's like a Wizard of Oz for grown men. We pulled up to it. I just got out of the truck. I skipped up to the door. Little midget answered. He said, "Can I help you?" I said, "We're here to see the wizard. Is she here?" Oh, by God, she was. She had 2 big old friends with her, and I kind of like that. I tell you, you know one thing you can't do is lie to your woman when you've been to a bar. You can't do it. You can't do it. Where you been? Bar. How much money did you spend? $9,000. Where's the car? They got that too. Where's your clothes? Hell, I don't know. Who's she? Hell, I thought she was you. You become dumber than hell, don't you? Then later on, it'll all clear off. Y'all be laying in bed together, and she'll ask you, "Well, did you like it?" Oh God, no, it was awful. Oh, big, tall, blonde, big women, I damn near threw up. The whole time I was in there, I was thinking about you. I love you, baby. They got a place where I live in Tulsa. There's a bar that'll come get you if you need a ride.
647 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy's got an update on the forecast.
It'll be sunny today. Look for a high of 88. Clear tonight down to 62. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. High 80. 65 right now. We do have a lot of fog north of the city, so be careful if you're in the Kokomo area.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Don't forget our golf outing details coming up. You can be part of it. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. The big room, Ace, Chick, Josh, I'm Tom. And then in the ancillary suites, behind the glass, socially isolated, it's Willie G over that way, Christy Lee over that way, Mr. Godwin seeking medical consultations today regarding some ear problems he's having. Which is a shame because I was really looking forward to the fact that Dean and Willie are going to get together and do a double bass rendition of the Gardner Minshew song by many requests.
Now you're talking.
Oh, yeah, there you
double
go.
bass.
Oh, it hasn't been done since the early days of what's his name? They used to do. What's the guy's name? Phil Spector, the famous stuff. Let's see, where were we? Oh, I know. Well, we had not gotten yet to the news world, but we were exploring sports. We had the Circumnavigation of Australia by a great woman, set a world record.
Yeah, we covered that. We moved on.
That's what I'm saying. We covered that. It was a great story. I hope you didn't miss it.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Her boyfriend was excited and supported her. And as Josh mused, hope she'd do Africa next.
Funny,
how do you circumnavigate Africa? Wouldn't that be problematic?
You don't circumnavigate. You just start at one end, one side, go around. Then when you get to the other side, you go, well, I guess I'll go back.
Double back.
How about North America? You go through the Panama Canal and you go up there.
It's like taking the behind the line when you're playing half court
basketball. Sure, you got to go through a lot of lakes.
Yeah.
But
ice up at the top there.
You want to circumnavigate or not?
No, Josh, I don't know if you know this about Chick, but famously back in the day, he was asked what Magellan was famous for. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Chick replied, he circumcised the world.
He was sort of a Johnny Appleseed type figure.
Quite a feat, probably.
That is quite a feat.
Yeah. He would walk around with a scalpel.
One big bris.
So Magellan was his first name, and Steinberg was his last name.
Circumcised. Oh, maybe he circumnavigated. I'm sorry, back to you.
This is technically a world record, I guess.
Stupid world record.
A Bulgarian poker player, and we have him here with us this morning.
That's right.
Hello, Stoyan Mandanjev.
I'm happy to be here with you.
He has earned the largest prize in online poker history. He won the World Series of Poker Saturday night. Stoyan, congratulations, first of all.
Smoke that in your pipe.
He took home $3.9 million in the event, hosted on GGPoker.com after the pandemic postponed the traditional World Series of
I rich.
Poker.
I purchase many turnip.
What's your name again?
Stoyan.
Please.
You just won $3.9 million American dollars.
Yes.
Now, is that enough to purchase the entire country of Bulgaria?
I am in negotiations.
Okay, good. Where is Bulgaria, may I ask?
Just south of Antarctica.
That's right.
Well, what isn't?
That's right.
Yes. Or is it just north?
Don't you mean north?
It depends on
where you are.
Yes.
No, no, it doesn't.
On where you are floating in space.
I'm sorry. So Stoyan,
please.
So
you're going to cause an international incident. Okay?
I have a question. Online poker. How do you know that the computer isn't cheating?
Oh, you are asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Are they playing against a computer or against other people?
There are 5,802 entries.
Yeah.
I trust the machine.
Into the $5,000 buy-in main event, so they're playing against other people.
Yeah.
It's created the largest pool in online poker history of over $27 million.
But I mean, is there a person dealing cards, or are they just this all flying across the screen?
The computer probably deals the cards.
So how much did you win, Stoyan?
Stoyan,
sorry.
Many.
3.9 million.
Many grapples.
No,
that is our money.
No, were you grapples?
Is that right?
Were you wearing pants at the time of the victory?
No,
Okay.
my only
You're such a dick.
lucky jockeys.
Jockeys from America?
Yes.
That's I understand Bulgarian underwear has a lot to be desired.
There is no back. We are
makes the crack of your jeans rather gamey, I would think.
So is that the whole story, Chick?
Yep, that's the whole story.
I have a question, Stoyan. Now, so you're from Bulgaria.
Yeah, indeed.
Now, is it hard to read a poker face through an iron curtain?
Very difficult. I see what he did.
Isn't that funny?
Little Churchill reference. You don't get a lot of those in poker talk.
Don't get a lot of
the iron curtain. Never mind. How does this work? How do you do poker?
Online poker. It's massive.
But you need to call Kostaki. He's a pro at this.
How do they not cheat?
I mean, how would you cheat?
He really was playing a computer?
Yeah. No, he was playing other people.
Okay, yeah. So you can get away without cheating.
They might have zoomed the whole thing, and there was a human dealer. I don't know.
I have played online poker where each person has their own position, and there is a live dealer dealing these massive cards, and they put them on a table, and only you can see your hand.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not just some computer-generated card.
Well, no, I think this might just be computer-generated. I'm not sure. But, I mean, if a lot of people are putting their money at it, I assume there's, a system of checks and balances. I don't think that...
Am I excused? Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Stoya.
By the way, you're getting paid in Bitcoin. You might want to cash that in.
What? He's calling it his manager. He has a manager.
No, that's not.
Who's in Oh, somebody's in trouble. Speaking of that, there's going to be a Borat 2. I saw that yesterday.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Really?
Evidently, it's already done.
Oh, good.
It's going to come out here at some point. Yeah.
That was that was interesting when they released that on DVD. They didn't have any outtakes, which I thought was unusual because those scenes they did multiple times.
Yeah. They had a lot of deleted scenes, but you're right. They didn't have any outtakes.
I was really surprised.
When one of my favorite things in the final season of Sopranos, they want to show that Anthony is becoming like jaded, and his sister walks in his room and she's like, "You want to watch Borat?" And he goes, "I hate that movie. It's just exploitative." And it's just such a funny little weird reference, a sliver of 2006 or whatever that came out.
Wow, cool. Now coming up, what do we have, Jay?
That's sports. We're coming back with news. What do you think of that?
Okay.
What do you think of that?
We have
How's that taste?
We have goat news. We have bear news. Hey, Yaakov, calm down.
Really going at it.
We have the Batmobile in the news and more. It's all happening here. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Stay tuned. Who knows who will be next on the Bob and Tom Track Phone Hotline? This is the Bob and Tom Show. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Mark Allison rolling through a Wednesday, September 9th with you. We are here. We are social distancing. We are Zooming our guests in, and we're all happy and having fun as we wind our way through the first week of the NFL season, which begins on Thursday night. The Kansas City Chiefs will be taking on the Houston Texans, two of the highest paid quarterbacks in the offseason, going head-to-head. Patrick Mahomes against Deshaun Watson. Who will come out on top? Well, we'll find out, and Chick will have all the details on Friday. But today is Wednesday. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hump Day, everybody, and we'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Late-stage studies of AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine candidate are on a temporary hold while the company investigates whether a recipient's potentially unexplained illness is a side effect of the shot. In a statement yesterday, the company said it was pausing vaccinations to look into a potentially unexplained illness to see if the link is real or a coincidence. Temporary halts in medical studies aren't uncommon. And more than a dozen firefighters were overrun by flames while trying to protect a fire station in rugged mountains near the central California coast. One was in critical condition Tuesday. The injuries came as military helicopters rescued more than 150 people stranded in a burning forest in the middle of the state. California has already set a record with 2 million acres burned this year. More than 24 major fires are burning. And finally, summer came to an abrupt halt in parts of the Rocky Mountains yesterday, as temperatures reaching into the 90s plunged about 60 degrees in less than 24 hours, with a powerful surge of cold air from Canada unleashing snow and damaging winds in several states. The roller coaster weather ripped up trees by their roots, piled up snow that shut down parts of the scenic road through Glacier National Park, and knocked out power to tens of thousands. The National Weather Service reports snow fell in Colorado, Montana, and Wyoming. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, this is Ross Bennett, and you're listening to Bob and Tom every day, 24 hours a day, nonstop. It's always going to be here, and I can't sleep.
I saw her sitting in a barroom in that smoke.
At Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy's got a quick forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunny today, high 88, partly cloudy, 84 tomorrow, 65 currently.
Joshy, it's time for some action.
That's right. Some people are asking, is Fanduel Sportsbook actually legal in Indiana?
Oh, yes.
The answer is yes.
Oh,
in
yes.
fact, Fanduel is an official partner of the Indianapolis Colts. Not only can you bet on Colts games, but you can do it risk-free up to $1,000 on Fanduel Sportsbook. Just place any bet you want. If you win, you keep the cash. If you lose, get your entire bet up to $1,000 back in bonus site credit. FanDuel Sportsbook lets you bet on all the action. The app is safe and secure. They have special odds boosts for new and existing users, and they'll pay you your winnings in as little as 24 hours. To claim your risk-free bet, download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Get started. Be sure to sign up with promo code WFBQ. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code WFBQ. You must be 21 and older and present in Indiana. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
I am in awe.
Where was I? Hello. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. Accepting the Tommy Award. It's Josh Arnold over there in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Very good, very good, very good. It's the award-winning Christy Lee in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Hi, everybody.
And there's Willie G back over there. Are you doing that gig in Chicago Thursday?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be at the Laugh Factory in Chicago doing the highly recommended show we do up there.
What time?
Right on.
What time?
8 p.m. It's vaguely weed themed. It's not really though. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay. Laugh Factory, Chicago. Willie G. Mr. Chick McGee is over there. Thank you very much. And Ace Cosby wearing his. Is that an L.A. Raiders, a Oakland Raiders, or a Vegas Raiders cap?
It's just Raiders.
I think it just says Raiders.
Just Raiders, baby.
Didn't I get you that? I bought him.
I keep thinking that he's going to break into a Lou Rawls. You will never find
NFL, our long national nightmare is finally over. The NFL starts tomorrow night. That's right.
Hell yeah.
Chiefs 10-point favorite over the Texans. Yeah.
Okay, you're obviously a big NFL fan. Looking forward to this season?
I am very much.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
No preseason.
Are you cautiously optimistic, or are you?
I'm cautiously, yeah. As usual, the Washington football team can be 14 and well, they can't be 14. They can be 8-8. They can be 4-12. There you go.
All right.
But a little touch of normality, having a little bit of football.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
And they're allowing, what, 16,000 at the game?
Oh, tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Tomorrow night at Arrowhead.
Yeah, so how many, 6 teams are going to have fans? I can't keep track of this.
They keep changing.
It keeps changing.
As soon as you get an update, it changes. Yeah. So I don't know, man. You're just going to have to sit back and watch.
That seems to me to be the big error that they're making. Everything else they're doing right. I think
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I mean, baseball did a global, okay, here's how it's going to work. No fans.
Right.
The NFL. I guess you can't tell billionaires what to do.
You know, we're all sitting in the seats at Riverfront. How old am I? At ballpark there in Cincinnati.
Oh,
they have our cutouts.
Yes, the cardboard
They do?
cutouts. Absolutely, yes.
right on.
Yes, someone just
Cool.
the
I don't think Josh is there, but I mean.
Oh, well, that's all right. That's all right.
No, he's there. He's at the hot dog stand.
I see. Yeah, my cutout is.
There it is.
You need to stop.
Yeah.
Or at least put the brakes on a little bit.
I'm sorry. It wasn't the hot dog stand.
Josh, if you're at the hot dog stand, can I please be in the line for beer? That's what I want to do.
Yeah, man. I'm getting your dog. You're getting my beer.
Oh, I love that. It's at the ballpark with Josh and Willie.
Oh, that reminds me. Got this nice note from Teresa. Had to tell you guys, Roy Wood Jr. saying, take me out to the ball game during the Cubs' 7th inning stretch last night.
How about that?
That's awesome.
Go Roy. Long-time Cub fan.
I'm sure he sang it in his Cubs robe. His lucky Cubs robe.
Now, we have completed what would be considered by some a sportscast.
Not very many, but yes.
Yeah, okay, certainly.
I enjoyed it very much.
So did I. Thank you very much.
I don't believe either one of you, but I appreciate the effort.
And for those of you that missed the Rando, Brando, Orlando discussion.
Congratulations.
You're lucky.
It'll be. We'll make that.
Thank you for sleeping
It'll be
in.
on video, and it'll have to be in segments.
It's going to be on YouTube.
There'll be chapters of it. You'll have to binge watch it.
The day the Bob and Tom show ended. There it is.
Now, we have Christy Lee right over there through the glass.
Yes, sir.
In the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. What's happening?
A Florida woman has been arrested after she allegedly stripped naked and began using a sex toy in an adult store.
Wow.
According to an arrest affidavit, a Fort Pierce police officer responded to the Lion's Den adult superstore early Tuesday.
That's one of the big ones on the side of the road.
Is that a franchise?
Yes.
Yeah, you see their billboards all around.
Yeah. You've never seen a Lion's Den billboard?
The saddest thing is you're driving somewhere on a Sunday morning, you go by Lion's Den, 3 miles, and then you go by the Lion's Den, and there's one car in the parking lot. And you know that's either a guy or that's the worker at the Lion's Den.
And if there are 2 cars, it's really depressing.
Right.
2 cars gets really depressing.
Hey, pal, get right with the Lord, okay?
The dispatcher initially told the officer the suspect was wearing a shirt and no pants, but when he arrived at the store, an employee said the woman had removed a sex toy from packaging and was now fully nude. The officer found Miss Teresa Stanley inside the stockroom.
Stanley?
Using a pink-colored phallus-shaped sex toy in a masturbatory manner. The 36-year-old was arrested on charges of theft and indecent exposure.
All right, ladies, spread them. Oh, wait a minute. Too late.
Shouldn't this already be part of, I mean, if there's ever been you try it, you buy it, it's got to be.
Right.
Yeah.
At the adult store.
Read me the part in the beginning. They were dispatched there, and they said she was doing what?
She was wearing a shirt and no pants when
So she was
walked into the
Donald
store.
ducking it.
Right.
That's
Daisy Duck.
Well, in this case, yeah.
correction accepted.
Although I think Daisy Duck does wear a skirt, and
Does she?
Donald shows up with no pants.
Well, yeah, you don't want to see her vagina.
I think
Oh, my
that's
goodness.
true.
Hey, look, we're not talking about
Josh.
the mommy parts of ducks, okay? The rest of us are having a semi-comical discussion about a lady who's apparently going at it full blast inside one of these. What is it? Well, it should be the lioness den for her.
My poor Google history.
What?
Duck
If you look at her web,
I looked at her
mugshot's
mugshot.
disturbing.
Yes. It's on Smoking Gun if you want to see
I
it.
imagine she just looks out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She does.
I'm assuming this may involve some kind of stimulant.
Yeah,
of some sort.
I would think.
I don't know. I think she's brave. You've heard the story of Daniel in the Lion's Den, and now we have this lady.
Oh, well, all right.
Danielle in the Lion's Den.
Danielle in the Lion. She's doing her thing.
Is that her name, Danielle?
No, it was Teresa Stanley.
Teresa in the Lion's Den. Okay, well, maybe it's fairly disgusting.
Oh my Lord! I knew that.
But this does underscore the beauty of brick and mortar.
But I
mean, if she had to order
bought
this,
it online,
yeah,
it
the
would
only
have
person she'd be upsetting would be the UPS guy. Give me that thing.
Evidently, female ducks have a corkscrew situation down there.
We're not discussing that. Did I not make that
And
clear?
so do ducks.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're not going that direction.
How does that work?
We're discussing some crazy loon to keep the
avian theme.
Thank you. A crazy loon lady with a vibrator using it in a brick and mortar store in Florida.
You got it, Tom. Looking up loon sex. Here we go.
Neatly.
Well, the good news is her lawyer will be able to get her off. In case she doesn't finish it herself. Well, can you return it if it's wet?
No, you can't return it at all.
Of course not.
When you buy a toy at a sex shop, they open it up for you right there. They take it out of the box, they put the batteries in it, and they turn it on so that you know when you leave the store.
How do you know this?
Because I've bought sex toys before.
What's wrong with that, Tom? Do you think he's a lesser individual?
I take everything back. Go ahead and slam on the accelerator.
No, actually, we have
nothing better.
No, I have the video. It was shown to me last week of Josh doing a little something for his sweetie, and here he is. They're putting the batteries in here, and then you can see that.
It sounds like it doesn't use batteries.
Takes a lot to please a lady.
No mistake.
All those little rubber fingers.
Christy, it's gas powered. The headlight requires batteries.
Would you ever buy a significant other a sex toy?
A gentleman would never answer such a question.
Of course he wouldn't.
Yeah, is that why you were in there?
Tom wouldn't.
Yeah, it was a couple thing. Yeah.
Did you go in as a couple and pick it out?
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay.
Well, that had to
pick anything you like.
That had to be disturbing, especially when she went, Joshy, could I get the big black Vayner 2000?
Vayner. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know where that came from. Coming from the guy who said 8-inch hanger.
Maybe we should have brought the Suburban. Tom said he'd loaned us his Suburban. I don't think this will fit in your Corolla.
All right, honey, that's fine. Sir, we're going to need the big black Vayner and a suture kit, please.
And could you call 2 men in a truck?
Please.
You are like a child. You think that sex shops are the funniest thing. You're like when I turned 18 and me and my idiot friends went to a sex shop and we looked at the vibrators and giggled like little boys.
Yeah.
You would do that tomorrow.
We did a show.
I was going to say the only time I've ever been in one of those.
Shop.
The only time I've ever been in one of those, we did a show there.
Yes, we did.
The entire time I could barely stand it.
Yeah, he was out of his mind.
There's certain things that you can't unsee. I remember when in this building we had a couple of big porno guys. I remember one time rounding the corner, walking into the engineering thing. I wish there was a pill I could take so I didn't know that form of entertainment existed.
Some of those vibrating devices had big, long handles on them. Remember those?
Yep.
So you could...
Yes, you could really... Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
They're
that.
almost like a handlebar on a bicycle.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Like a boom mic?
Do they have
yeah, right.
Do they have a bell on them? and streamers? Remember when you were a kid and the guy next door got the streamers and the bell? I got to get one of those.
Stuck up. You got a nice
Boys
bike.
had streamers on their bikes?
Yeah, if the boy next door got
Wait
streamers,
a minute.
we went, all right, well.
And he also...
Hey, I tell you what, when I saw him in West Side Story, he was the most delicate of the sharks. Sorry.
First the banana seat, now the...
I have a question real quick.
Were banana seats comfortable for a guy?
Yeah,
great.
No.
I had the banana seat.
They're great.
Okay. All right.
Best.
A Stingray.
You enjoyed your bike
You had a
there,
Schwinn
Rebecca?
Stingray?
A Stingray with a leopard seat.
Have you been to the shack lately?
It got stolen.
No, why?
Who has a Stingray in there?
There's about 5 of them over there.
What?
One of our guys, he takes Schwinn Stingrays and redoes them. I'm
Those are
totally
big
serious.
sellers online.
We got a bunch of them over at the.
Does he have an apple crate? What does he got?
They're cool. They're Schwinn.
Do you remember the apple crate?
Christy wants to buy one.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
If your man wants one, there's one in PJ's office.
I never got one as a kid.
Is there a sex toy hall of fame? There's a toy hall of fame.
I don't know.
Because every year we have that whole drama of the toy hall of fame. So I'm just curious.
My poor Google search.
Okay.
Why would there be well, I'm sure there is.
Well, every year we get the story of the Toy Hall of Fame. And remember how upset we got when a stick made it to the Toy Hall of Fame?
Well, there are similar things with the Sex Toy Hall of Fame. I mean, when the hand got conduct the show.
Yeah. I mean, you got to run out at some point.
You know, I remember. I'll never forget the year that Palsy won.
Yeah, that was. I mean, and it's not like you can just go pick that up.
You know, we're doing Josh and I are having a great time today.
You guys are losing funnier than
nobody else is enjoying
uncontrollable palsy. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
back to PJ.
My gosh.
Andy's on fire, chick.
Oh, boy.
PJ would love a palsy.
Yeah, you might want to make an
he
offer
has
on
his
that
own
bike,
going.
Christy. All his deals are shaky.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Where were we? Oh, I know. I want to tell you about getting a great shave from our friends at Harry's. Something new from Harry's Razors. We've been talking about them for a long time now, and they have the best offer ever just to get you to try it. You're not going to believe this. $3 plus the shipping is how much, Josh?
It's free.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you about right now. Harry's, it's a great story. A couple guys said, what are we paying way too much for? They did a little homework, and they thought, wait a second. The profit margins in these razors, they're selling them for way too much money, and we're stupid enough to buy them. Let's make these more reasonable. How about getting blades, the sharpest blades ever, for about $2 a piece? That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Go to Bob and Tom. That's the code word when you check out at harrys.com, and you'll get a chance to try the Harry's razor. The 5-blade razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover for $3 plus free shipping. Use the code Bob and Tom at harrys.com. It's that simple. This is a special offer from Harry's for Bob and Tom show listeners. We're knocking $5 off that trial set. Once again, it's harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom. The blades are from a factory. I think they're right on their 100th anniversary for the blades at Harry's. This factory's been making great steel for that long. So, I tell you what, your 10th shave will be as smooth as your first. Try them. I know you're going to like them. And who doesn't want to try it for $3 plus free shipping? That's harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom. And once you get into Harry's, if you're enjoying it, you can have it set up so they just send them to you. You don't have to think about it anymore. You don't have to walk into the drugstore and, can you please unlock the case? I swear I'm not a thief. No, those days are gone. They'll come right to your door from the post office. So thank you very much. harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom. Coming up, a special surprise, I believe.
Oh, really?
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
I think you're going to.
What a great way to cap off a weird show. One of your surprises.
Okay, well, also we have.
It's a performing cat.
No, it's better.
I can't wait.
It's better than that. I think you'll actually enjoy it. And more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, just in case you missed today's show or you want to hear it again, we will replay the show all day beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern. We replay today's show back to back and then again back to back. It's hosted by our friend Christopher. It's Bob and Tom's all day replay. Just keep it tuned right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Taylor Swift, Usher, Billie Eilish, and Phineas are among the acts who want to get young people out to vote. They have joined with the advocacy organization Global Citizen and voter registration group Headcount in a nonpartisan campaign to encourage young people to register to vote, then turn out to vote. They're offering incentives like the chance to win a Swift autographed guitar or a dance lesson from Usher for young people who check their voting status on globalcitizen.org. Andrew Lloyd Webber has told British lawmakers that the arts are, quote, at the point of no return. Lloyd Webber says theater is a labor-intensive business and few shows hit the jackpot the way Hamilton or Phantom of the Opera did. He pushed the British government to give a date when theaters can reopen. He says they just can't open a building the way a movie theater can. And a lot of servers and bartenders have seen their income fall because of the coronavirus pandemic. But in Anchorage, Alaska, a server got a big payday. Angelina Backus says a guy at a table with 3 other men asked to chat with her. When she did, the guy opened his wallet and peeled off 5 $100 bills. All part of a social media trend called the Venmo Challenge, where people use the online payment app to send money to a friend who uses that money to build up a bankroll for big tips. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
A happy song. It's a world of buns. It's a world of boobs. It's a world of firm, perfect babes and dudes. It's for you. It's for me. It's on cable TV. It's a porn world after all. They show breasts now in almost all the flicks, but the women are mad because they don't show men. From the day you are born, you're bombarded with porn. It's a porn world after all. Everybody! It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world. There's a lot of strange ways to make a buck, but those porno stars, they get paid too much. They would sit on the face of the whole human race. It's a porn world after all.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We are joined in the studio by Tiffany.
Hello.
Hey,
Good
Tiffany,
morning.
how are you?
Hi, how
Pull
are
that
you?
thing right up in front. There you go. Now, we spoke not too long ago when you were featured in the pages of Playboy magazine.
Yes.
You were naked, right? We all
Yes,
noticed
you
that
are.
right away. Yeah.
That happens.
Bob thinks that you're his old neighbor.
I think you're from my neighborhood.
What neighborhood is that?
Beautiful Norwalk, Ohio.
California.
Yeah.
Didn't you live right off of Studebaker Road where Dee Dee Johnson Elementary School?
Yes, definitely.
I was right around the corner for
Oh, yeah.
I think
I was
we've
born
made
in
a
Norwalk,
love
actually.
connection.
Right there, South Coast Plaza.
Let me ask you this now, Bob.
Bob is your father.
No, I'm not her father. By the way, the first school I ever, cut from was Dee Dee Johnson Elementary School.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I had my first kiss there.
Did you really?
Yeah, great.
Was it a little?
I had my first kiss there
Was it
also.
a little incredibly hairy boy?
Smoked cigarettes at a young age.
Smoked cigarettes, wore a Dodger hat all the time. Hey, come here, baby.
Tiff,
Let me give you
wanna smoke.
Come here, Tiff. Let me give you a kiss.
Yes, indeed.
Come on over here, baby.
Our guest is Tiffany.
Did you go to Corvallis Junior High?
No, my mother did. That's so funny. We're having this conversation.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Oh my God.
I told you. Here we go.
Oh, my.
Daddy.
Wow. All right. We have also new to the show. His name is Ryan Belleville. And Ryan comes to us all the way from Calgary, Canada. See, we established the fact that you played a musical instrument in school, but you weren't real popular.
I wasn't. I like to think I was popular in the Mum Club.
Mm-hmm.
But I was not.
Yeah.
I was not
Mum Club.
the coolest kid, really.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's hard to believe.
You look like a pretty
It
cool
is hard
guy.
to believe.
Now, I mean,
well, that's the thing about comics. It's like they're. Well, I think a lot of comics are pretty cool because you hang out in clubs all the time and you get a little confidence. And then you feel like you're doing something a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Right. When you go back to the reunions, people are like, what do you do? Well, I'm a manager of the regional Blockbuster. And I'm like, ha, ha, ha. I tell wiener jokes for a living, sucker. So, like, there's that sense of positivity.
That is Do you have a card?
721 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by the Car X-Men. We will have plenty of sunshine today with a high of 88. Clear down to 66, and then tomorrow partly cloudy, 84. 65 currently.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Coming up a week from today in the afternoon, it'll be the Bob and Tom golf outing at Top Golf in Fishers, and it's a benefit for the Riley Hospital for Children. Some details about that coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. In the big room, Josh Chick. Ace, I'm Tom. In the ancillary suites, Willie G.
Hey.
Special show in Chicago coming up.
The big
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, Laugh Factory, 8 p.m. Highly recommended.
Excuse me. What'd you say?
The Big Apple.
That's the wrong town. It's the Windy City, sir.
City with the big shoulders.
It's not going to be in New York.
Hog butcher to the world.
Thursday Night Laugh Factory, Chicago. Thank you very much. Now, where was I? Christy Lee is right over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Before we get back to Christy Lee, I wanted to point out, I did a little bit more research on this story you had about the Lion's Den in Florida, the woman who was arrested.
How do you do that?
What?
Say something like the Lion's Den, and it sounds like you're stepping in something when you say it.
You are so disgusted
there was a lot
by
of
people's...
judgment in the way.
Why are you so disgusted by other sexuality?
Not disgusted by sexuality. This woman was performing a
you know, when the
masturbatory act.
When the mood hits.
She went into the stock room. She wasn't there on the floor.
Right.
Oh, she wasn't?
No, she was back in the stock room.
What a coward.
I'd have been up on the Lion's Den billboard, right?
Most public place you've ever had sex. Tom, go.
Give it a
well, of course, the stock room at the Lion's Den. I took the hands. What was it called? The hand squeezer? What's that thing called? Josh, what's the thing you have? The flashlight thing?
A flashlight?
A flashlight, of course. No, it's disgusting.
I'm going to guess. I'm going to say, for you, a restroom and a restaurant.
A gentleman would never discuss such things.
I think I nailed it. What about you, Josh? Most public place?
It was a golf course. A gazebo and a golf course.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. What time of day was it? Noon?
Yeah, it was lunch break.
All right.
Did anybody play through?
There were people playing, yes.
Have you ever done it in a car in various parking lots around the city you live in?
In the city I live in, currently.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's a lie, obviously.
No, it's not.
Me neither. I'm
okay.
I haven't either.
I just think this is, it's just ridiculous. This woman's in the store, obviously on some kind of drugs.
I would think.
In order to do this, it's just awful.
You ever been caught?
Of course not. Not on the
Winding your watch?
Lion's Den.
What's the closest you? Your mom coming in, Tommy, I've got your TV. Oh my God!
Never happened.
Mom, there's an itch on my thigh. I'm scratching.
Oh, Tommy! Well, I'll
have you seen? Did we get back to our news story?
Sorry.
What's this woman's name again?
Teresa Stanley.
Teresa. She looks like she's in a one of those. What do you call it? Tribute bands? Like she's in a Nelson tribute band.
Oh, really?
The hair.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's unfortunate.
Gunnar Nelson. What's the other guy's name?
No idea.
Matthew, William. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Hey,
Floyd.
I've enjoyed your Nelson program.
You're welcome.
It's kind of hard to top more than words.
Sure.
Yeah.
I heard you talking about that old guy that was kind of going to town with the sex toy at the Lion's Den.
Yeah, it was a lady.
It was a lady, Floyd.
I guess that means it's rabbit season. Get it?
No,
I get it.
Very good. Very good.
You know, my ex-wife, Big Day's got a few of those buzzers.
Does she now?
She's got one so big as last time we traveled, Delta made her gate check it.
Wow.
And now she don't play with it on account of that pink tag getting in the way, of course.
Yeah.
I can't believe somebody'd get buck naked in public and start drilling for oil like that.
Yeah.
You know, especially in front of company and all.
Yeah.
I hope to God she was wearing her mask.
Oh, good point.
We've been watching that Linda Ronstadt special. You know, it's amazing how much she's kindly favoring Miss Piggy now that she's going through the change. But boy, that daredevil can still do it all. He's got all the tools. Good night.
See you, Floyd. I have no idea what that meant. Thank you very much. Christy Lee, once again, is at her base, I should say, since it's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. What have we missed, Christy?
A man in the UK, this is really interesting, is selling 28 years worth of birthday whiskey in order to buy a house. Hang in there. Every year since he was born in 1992, Matthew Robeson has received a bottle of 18-year-old Macallan single malt whiskey from his father.
Oh, wow.
He said he was under strict instructions to never, ever, ever, ever open them. He said, I tried my hardest and succeeded. They're all intact. Now 28, Robinson's collection is worth nearly $52,000 and it's going up for sale.
Wow.
He hopes to use the money for a down payment on a house. Whiskey broker Mark Littler said there's been a lot of interest already at the collection. Matthew's father, Pete, said, quote, I thought it would be interesting if I bought one every year, and he'd end up with 18 bottles of 18-year-old whiskey on his 18th birthday. It wasn't the only present he got from us. It was just meant to be a unique one, but it was a little bit of luck that we kept it going.
Well, that is super cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah. I'm not familiar. How much does one of those bottles cost on an annual basis?
I don't know. I'm not a Macallan drinker.
It's got to be the 18-year-olds that are, an 18-year-old has to be more expensive than, say, a 9.
So when he buys it each individual year, it's 18 years old the first year, 18 years old the second year, but the first bottle is now 19 years old, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I would think, yeah. They're older.
But yeah, usually I think with whiskey, it's just about the time that it was in barrels. It's not about aging on your shelf in glass, I don't think.
Right. Oh, I see. Okay, but the point is can you imagine the willpower?
Well, I couldn't imagine turning 18, getting 18 bottles of whiskey and not inviting 18 friends over and just drinking all of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It looks like it's about $300 a bottle. I'm just rounding. Don't Twitter me.
That's also a super cool thing for a dad
it's really
to do.
cool.
So if they're $300 a bottle, why is it now $52,000 for 18 of them?
Right.
Because they're classic bottles.
Yeah,
You've got a bottle from 2002.
So it's more than $300 a bottle then.
Yeah.
Well, now, but if you were to buy a bottle right now, it'd be $300.
And then no one knows that he's refilled them with iced tea because he had a party when he was 16.
Well, they'd be surprised.
That is really cool.
That is a really unique gift.
To save and
I'm sure when he was 4, he really appreciated it.
Yeah.
and he said he's going to put a down payment on a house.
Yeah.
And it's usually the whiskey is the thing responsible for you not being able to afford to buy a house.
His Macallan bottle, he sucks on when he teats.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good for him.
All I wanted was a bike, Dad. Thanks.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Peter Pounder. And this is some other news. Authorities in Italy said a French tourist was fined $1,200 for attempting to smuggle more than 4 pounds of Sardinia's famous white sand out of the country. Sardinia's forest rangers said the tourist was stopped at Cagliari Almos Airport and ordered to pay the fine after a bottle containing 4.4 pounds of sand was found in his possession. Authorities estimate if he did this every time he visited the beach, in 300,000 years, there'd be no sand left. By the way, this reporter has been to that very same beach. I was stopped at the same airport for smuggling the same sand in the crack of my ass. Luckily, it was under the 3.4-ounce limit, so I was set free to fly home. Anyway, side story. An Austrian daredevil took on a Guinness World Record by submerging himself up to the shoulders in ice for 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 53 seconds. Joseph Colbert, 43, donned a pair of skimpy swimming trunks and climbed into a tank placed in the main square of the town of Melk, Austria, to be submerged up to his shoulders in ice. Boy, that took balls. Teeny, tiny, little teensy balls.
Itty-bitty.
A major winter storm and frigid temperatures brought summer to a screeching halt in the Rockies yesterday, a day after temperatures soared in the 90s in Denver. Highs were only topped out in the 30s on Tuesday.
Yikes.
It is Denver, so it wasn't the first time guys were spotted in a weed shop wearing a heavy winter parka and flip-flops.
Get that weed.
And finally, Uber said yesterday that every vehicle on its global ride-hailing platform will be electric by 2040, and it vowed to contribute $800 million through 2025 to help drivers switch to battery-powered vehicles. Meanwhile, drivers who operate during late-night last-call runs are asking for another $800 million to vomit-proof their back seats. Well, this has been Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Pete Pounder, and this has been Some Other News.
Thank you very much, Dick. Or Pete. Wait a minute. That was Dick Hitzwater.
I think Pete Pounder was Bruce Banner's original name.
I think that's right. Pete Pounder, yeah.
The Denver thing, some friends of mine sent me a photograph yesterday morning of snow in their backyard. and it had been almost 100, I guess, over the weekend.
Yeah, the weather in Colorado is insane. When I lived out there my first spring, it was like 70 and sunny one day in February, and I was like, spring is here. And I got off all my shorts into pants. And then the next day there was snow, and so I had to squeeze into my dress pants for a week.
Oh.
Yeah, this says, here we go, Associated Press reports the Rocky Mountains have experienced a temperature drop of 60 degrees in less than 24 hours.
Insane.
And, of course, you know whose fault it is? It's our friends in Canada.
Yeah, it's a Canadian
a
mess.
powerful surge of cold air from Canada led to damaging winds that ripped up trees, et cetera.
So now everybody's going to have a cold.
Forecasters predict up to a foot of snow in the mountains. Yes. Do a little skiing.
I doubt they're skiing.
Oh, they will be soon.
You're insufferable. You know that?
I'm sorry that I'm able to enjoy the outdoors.
Your snotty behavior that never ends.
Not on television, like most of your life. Do you want to be buried with the TV just in case?
No, it's not me. I think Ace has set new records. He's doing stuff in TV I've only dreamed of. He's rewatching stuff. He's recording everything he wants. It's crazy.
Okay.
He's the man.
He is a little, he's kind of right here, Ace. When you mentioned that you might be watching the biopic of Wendy Williams on Lifetime.
Yeah, that's where I go.
He does watch a lot of TV.
Yeah. That's a lot of TV, man.
Who's playing Wendy Williams?
I saw a picture of her.
It's the former tailback. Oh, no. I'm sorry, for the Dolphins.
Jackass.
It's
Ricky Williams, yeah.
Okay, very good. Actually, I don't know if you saw this, but they got the biopic of Wendy Williams, and they were going to show it to Guantanamo, and all the guys said, hey, we're going to confess.
Yeah, hey, look,
I don't want to watch this. We did it.
There's a map of the cave systems.
You got a pencil paper?
Yeah, right now, as promised, by a request. If you want to make a request or just find out what's going on or tell us what we've done wrong, we got a lot of space for that. How do you do it, Josh?
Yeah, get a hold of us.
And how do you do that, Josh?
Well,
it's unbelievable, isn't it?
888.
Guy gets 3 jokes out this morning. I think he doesn't have to know anything else.
What is it? The app? What are we trying to push people to? The app now?
You can go to the app. The Bob and Tom app is free. Get it at Google Play.
The Bob and Tom app is free. You can get that at Google Play.
Or you can email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Yeah. Or, my gosh, let's not forget the text line.
What is the text line?
It's 888-262-8661. I get 69 cents per text that comes in.
You get nothing, of course.
I'll put food on my tip.
Thank you very much. This is a little tune from one of the best live performers I've ever seen. Todd Young talking about fixing up those roads. The great Todd Young and the tribute to driving these days. Be careful out there. People working hard out there.
Yes.
Having a little fight off the air.
8 inches of snow in Boulder.
Whoa.
Do you know what a Pittsburgh-style steak is? Christy?
I think you've described it before. Is that the newspaper thing?
No. Although that's delightful too.
That's a salt steak.
Oh, what's it? No, I don't know what Pittsburgh style means.
You get like a quarter inch of oil, get it so hot that if you get in the same room with it, it would burn you, and then you throw the steak on there and flip it over, and it's the best. It's charred in the
I
outside.
thought Pittsburgh style was you had sex in a Steelers jersey. Isn't that right?
Oh, well, that Philadelphia style steak is when you get the steak, and when it gets to your table, you boo at it and throw batteries at it.
There you go. Yeah, that's right.
Brotherly love. That's brotherly love, Josh.
William Penn.
I wouldn't say it was an argument. We were just...
And then the Washington steak. Just,
yes.
Well,
they haven't really named it yet, right?
Whatever you do, if there's a certain brand of butter you can't put on it.
Yeah, maybe not yet.
Well.
Having fun in the morning.
I think eventually.
Okay, I think did they fix that already?
Yes,
okay, very good. I'm sorry. We're having an argument about cooking steaks over here.
Well, I was just telling Chick how I cook my steak, and Tom was the one arguing.
It's because you're going to burn the hell out of it.
I haven't yet.
Then either your watch is wrong or your thermometer is wrong.
You know what? I didn't use my my meter. Maybe I'll use the meter.
Yeah, you should.
Is that the Bluetooth
Wi-Fi
thermometer?
Mm-hmm. Or it connects to your phone. You know what temperature your steak or chicken or whatever is. Yeah.
Yesterday I bought a thermometer that's Bluetooth.
What?
You put the thermometer in your mouth,
grill?
and it reads out on your phone.
That seems like an unnecessary step.
Yeah, why don't you just use the forehead thing?
Because it was the last thermometer they had at the store.
Oh,
so I had to buy that one.
Hey, I had 106.3 on our thermometer here. Is that bad?
No, they play soft rock.
Sorry, I'm waiting for the cash song over there.
Give me the teaser, Christy Lee.
Well, coming up, we have a gender reveal party update. We have singing happy birthday in the news, and it could be bad for you, believe it or not.
Oh, there's a great TikTok story for you, Mr. McGee.
Oh, yeah, and then TikTok is in the news.
That kind of ties into your life, which is really cool when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, we tell you all the time, head on over to bobandtom.com for all the latest information on the Bob and Tom Show, highlights, news, latest info, all the links to our social media sites. And currently you can see Pat Godwin telling his story about spilling coffee on Keith Richards. Yes, it's true. Our own Pat Godwin. Right before a concert, too. Way to go, Pat. That is all right there on bobandtom.com. Check it out today.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Lakers enjoy a 2-1 lead. The Western Conference Finals after beating the Rockets for the second straight day, 112-102. Miami Heat are in the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 6 years, following a 103-94 win over the top seed Milwaukee Bucks. Major League Baseball interleague action yesterday. Minnesota, Philly, St. Louis, Washington, Baltimore, Detroit, Boston, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco, your winners. American League winners, Oakland, Kansas City, Toronto, Texas, and Houston. And National League, your winners, Miami, the Cubs, San Diego, and the Dodgers. NHL playoffs, Vegas blanks Dallas 3-0. And NFL news, according to reports, the Denver Broncos say star linebacker Von Miller may have suffered a season-ending ankle injury toward the end of yesterday's practice. Miller appeared primed for a big season following an offseason in which he added several pounds of muscle and said he had rededicated himself to football. Results will come later in the week. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Josh, you had a good time over the weekend?
I sure did, yeah.
Were you barbecuing?
I didn't do a lick of barbecuing. I know. I had some leftover barbecue that I still made good meals.
Well, slow down.
Unheard of in my house.
You walked right into
a rare treat.
You know, it's hard to not say it. It's hard to say something that's not going to set them off. I agree, but
they weren't my leftovers. I went to the neighborhood. Got anything left?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
He went away and you ran to town and started doing things that just weren't right. That's when you told me that you were thinking of going Mennonite. Our son's back and you're gonna be in trouble.
Hey ya, their person's back.
You shaved off your beard, now all you got is stubble.
Hey ya, their person's back.
He's only been gone for a week or two.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Jacked up your buggy and painted it bright blue.
Hey ya, their person's back. Yeah, he knows what you've been up to. You let those English boys corrupt you.
You've been running around and having lots of fun.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Person's back, and it's you they're gonna shun.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Wouldn't let us use your house for the prayer meeting.
Hey ya, their person's back.
'Cause you were installing central air and heating.
Hey ya, their person's back. Yeah, he knows about your cable and the TV in your stable.
What made you think you could get a baby back?
Yo.
You want a sequin jacket and a rhinestone hat.
You will burn.
If I was you, I'd be praying for salvation.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Instead of flying to Hawaii for vacation.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Thought you could live just like they do in town.
Yo.
If you keep up this lifestyle, you'll be going down.
Straight to hell.
Joe Parsons back, he's gonna be your judge and jury.
Hey ya, their person's back.
If I was you, I'd grow a beard back in a hurry.
Hey ya, their person's back. Yeah, their person's back.
You better start churning,
their person's back.
burning.
Yeah, their person's
Stop
back.
shaving.
Yeah, their person's back. Yeah, their person's back. Yeah, their person's back.
Wow.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, yeah.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies.
746 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Very quick forecast, Christy.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. We'll have plenty of sunshine. High 88, currently 65.
That was quick and that was good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show in the big room. Ace Cosby, our engineer, is right over there. Wait a second. Oh, I think it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. I can
You can smell it coming?
I can smell the Ace Cosby joke of the day coming.
Smell what the Ace is cooking?
Smells savory. And delightful.
Savory.
Yeah. You don't smell it?
Yeah. Kind of like a crock pot at the end of the day.
You know what? To speed things along, I'm going to say yes. I smell it.
And that's Chick McGee
Can't
with
wait. How about you?
Thank you very much. There's Josh Arnold over there at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk.
Hi, everybody. I love
Christy Lee is at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Hi,
Josh
everybody.
loves you.
Willie G is over there. And
Josh, I'm going to mix it up. I love you.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we need to get the love out there, right?
Let's love a little bit.
This is Tom, your lover, speaking.
Yeah!
Thank you very much.
Think of Tom as French kissing each and every one of our listeners.
Oof, it's going to be rough. Some of them certainly would be nice, but I'm sure there's quite a few rough spots in there. You could have shaved Dave, whatever your name is.
Some of those rough spots, maybe don't.
Have you ever kissed a man? Go.
No.
When you said Dave, were you referring to David Rush? Is that what you call him? You call him Dave?
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's
He's
our
right
world
there
record
on the
holder.
top
Yeah.
of your brain, old Dave Rush.
No, what I was talking about, of course, was the fact that this show features what I like to call the op-ed page of contemporary culture. A different point of view from Ace Cosby.
Now, forgive me in advance.
Wait, no, don't put this off on someone
I
else.
think this is the first time we've ever had an apology.
Christy's a big dancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is a great dancer.
A lot of mothers love to dance.
Oh, yeah.
You know what the favorite dance is?
No, what?
The mambo.
He honored our thing earlier with
He did.
Rondo.
That's why
Because
I
I
said forgive me in
almost
advance,
brought
'cause he's
the
gonna go now.
mambo.
The Rondo Mambo.
Yep, I almost
For those of you
brought
listening
that
a
up.
couple hours
He
ago,
keeps trying to recreate the baboon in a minefield, and it just, that was a magical time. Yeah.
I don't remember that one. Wait a minute. How does that joke go? No, wait a second. There's a...
You had a request.
No. What do you call a monkey in a minefield?
What do you call a monkey in a minefield?
Baboon.
How could I forget that?
That delivers.
Boom,
That
is a
delivers.
rock solid joke.
One of my closers.
Yeah.
I can't
Before
believe
the first encore.
Yes, of course.
Here's how bad,
Series
how
of it.
bad I am at telling jokes. I preemptively ruined that joke.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. We have, let's see, how do we get from baboom to... Oh, I know. We have bears in the news. How about that?
Cool.
Among other animals. There's some good bear stuff today. Christy, you got that one?
Yes, a bear has repeatedly escaped his enclosure in Italy, has been recaptured again, 42 days on the lam this time.
What's our rule here?
What?
It escapes multiple times. It wins.
Let it go.
Let it go.
The 4-year-old male bear most recently broke out on July 27th. Forestry workers used a tube trap to recapture the animal in Trentino province.
Not a tuba trap.
Oh.
A tube.
A bear walking.
Everyone
Bears
knows
love
bears play
tubas.
sousaphones.
Bears, you start playing a tuba, bear, that's why you don't see tubas in the woods very often. The bears come and get you. Absolutely.
So
Draw
how many
attention
times
to
how many
yourself.
times has this bear escaped?
Well, if I finish the story, though officially named M49,
Snotty.
the bear has been nicknamed Papillon after the character in the autobiographical novel by French writer and escaped convict Henri Charrière.
Oh,
Papillon?
Yeah, that was who was in that?
Dustin Hoffman and
Is it McQueen?
Steve McQueen.
Yeah, it's McQueen.
Al Pacino. Who was in it?
Steve McQueen, right?
Yeah, but I think is the guy who says, "How do I look?" I think that's. I don't know. I know Steve McQueen's in it. That's true.
So the bear was first captured.
I have a question. Why aren't they blaming the zoo on this? I mean, if the bear keeps getting out, it's not the bear's fault.
I don't know, Tom. This is all I have. This is the information that we can give you.
Christy Lee let the bear go. Killed a child. Go back.
Thanks a lot, Christy.
Yeah, how irresponsible.
Papillon was first captured in 2019.
Irresponsible journalism over it.
Broke out in July.
It was Dustin Hoffman.
That's what I thought, jerk.
Christy's going to beat up Chick.
I know, Christy. Thankfully, she giggled knowing that I was waiting until she started.
You know, Tom, I know I don't want to break the wall down, but he gives me a story, then asks me a question, knowing that it's not in the story, so I can't possibly answer it. So I look ridiculous.
And then berates you about not having it.
Yes.
You never look ridiculous.
And you're just figuring
And
this
stand by. And stand by for the. Well, why aren't you here at 2 a.m. looking at bear story? Yeah, that's gonna come.
You know.
Oh, the punchline is coming. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Papillon was first captured in 2019, broke out last July when he spent 9 months evading authorities, recaptured this past April, only to break out hours later when he was recaptured again He was castrated in a failed attempt to calm him down.
Whoa!
What?
Yeah, that'll
What
calm
did
him
he
down.
do?
Whoa!
Brown bears were reintroduced to the region in 1999 as part of the Life Ursus project, which sought to conserve the species in the Alps. But the animals have since been wreaking havoc in the area and killing livestock.
I think it's time for Bearbo because they drew first blood, right?
Oh,
John Bearbo?
John Bearbo. Big kerchief around his forehead.
Yeah.
Automatic. Well, bear won't need a
How
gun.
incompetent do you have to be? They catch the thing, and hours later it escapes again.
Right.
Yeah, well.
And then this is a bunch of do-gooders. Well, we're going to reintroduce the bear into the wild, and it starts going to eating kids pretty soon. There's a reason. There's a reason they got rid of them in the beginning because they're bears.
Well,
just seems a little bit ridiculous.
Do you think kids are like veal to bears?
Oh, geez.
I think so.
Yeah,
you raise a very good point.
Very tender cut.
Now, this is in Italy. These are not the Chicago Bears.
No.
As we know, they can be stopped by an even average defensive secondary.
Wow.
Look at you at the football show.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, my God.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That was impressive.
NFL season beginning.
Saving that one for Kostaki.
really quick, not to be rude, can you name anyone that's played in the Bears not in the last 30 years?
Mike Ditka, thanks very much.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Not in the
No, you're right. That was 50
Yeah,
years
50 years ago I didn't play. That's great.
My friend Chucky had a Mike Ditka poster on his wall.
Your friend Chucky.
Yeah.
No, I think it might have been 60 years ago Ditka played.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sorry. It does trouble me that this bear keeps getting out of the zoo.
Yeah.
It does.
Just seems a little bit. And they castrate him.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Right.
Well,
and he still gets out. But now he's going to be pissed.
Sure.
I would think.
Or my balls.
It doesn't even say he's in a zoo. Is he in a zoo? The story doesn't say he's in a zoo.
Yeah, you're right. It just said it was
just captured.
For all we know, it's in a broom closet.
Yeah, maybe
that's
Father
the problem.
Joe down the road has him. We don't know.
There's your problem.
Not in the story.
Oh,
well, if you'd gotten here at 3 in the morning when I did,
There we go.
you would have had time to read the
Here it is.
GD story.
Ditka's last year with the Bears was 66. Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know actually played for them. I just thought he coached them. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, he had the flat top haircut. This says the bear has repeatedly escaped his enclosure.
That doesn't say it's in a zoo.
Yeah.
An enclosure could be
your backyard.
My backyard, exactly.
See, I told you it was your fault.
There we go.
There you go.
I'd keep a
Headline
bear.
should say, award-winning newscaster lets bear escape, kills child. It's terrible.
Thanks a lot, Christy.
You're welcome.
That's man, too, at least.
It's just negligent is what it is.
Yes.
They probably did they explain to the bear that they were going to cut off his balls?
No, I'm sure they didn't.
You might want to stay here, Yogi.
Well, I think Josh makes a good point. If you're a bear, you escape 3 times, you win. You're gone.
Look, it's us. It's on us, not you.
Yeah, they're trying to, if they're trying to reintroduce these into the wild, let them go.
I get the feeling you don't want to be here. Okay.
Right.
This is like, what's the Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
The Revenant?
Yes. This is like that meets Catch Us
Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls them both together.
Yeah.
Except then you add in Paddington. This would be a great Paddington movie, except for the castration part. That'd be a little rough for the kids.
Boy.
The best commercial out there is the bear market, where the bears are walking around the grocery store.
I enjoy that.
Man, that's funny.
Oh, I haven't seen one. I am looking forward.
This one bear takes his arm and all the honey and puts it in the cart.
Bears love honey.
Yeah, they have shopping carts.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, you know why this bear's upset? I just thought about this.
Why?
You said the bear's name is M49?
Yeah.
Well, no wonder he's upset.
Yeah, why don't they have a...
What a crappy name for a bear.
Oh, they named him after a road in Michigan.
Yeah, exactly.
M119.
That's exactly
M22.
Well, thank you very much, Christy. Coming up, we have an update on the sand and the beaches of Italy. We have a great goat story in the news. It involves the police.
Yeah.
And
we have some bad news in reality TV, or good, depending on your perspective.
I'm sure most of us here will consider it good.
Oh, we'll think it's great.
Bad news, bears.
Yeah.
We'll get to go back 14 years in those glory days where
It's the first
this
time
didn't
Jesus
happen.
tweeted. He was so happy when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
and Tom. Well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
Treat yourself to a Bob and Tom VIP membership. Just head on over to bobandtom.com to click on more information about how you can have full access right now, including the Bob and Tom archives, the complete album library, the live 7-camera video stream of the show, the Bob and Tom Show commercial-free and on demand with our daily podcast, all available to VIP premium service members. It costs a little more, but we say it's worth it. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Late-stage studies of AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine candidate are on a temporary hold while the company investigates whether a recipient's potentially unexplained illness is a side effect of the shot. In a statement yesterday, the company said it was pausing vaccinations to look into a potentially unexplained illness to see if the link is real or a coincidence. Temporary halts in medical studies aren't uncommon. And more than a dozen firefighters were overrun by flames while trying to protect a fire station in rugged mountains near the central California coast. One was in critical condition Tuesday. The injuries came as military helicopters rescued more than 150 people stranded in a burning forest in the middle of the state. California has already set a record with 2 million acres burned this year. More than 24 major fires are burning. And finally, summer came to an abrupt halt in parts of the Rocky Mountains yesterday, as temperatures reaching into the 90s plunged about 60 degrees in less than 24 hours, with a powerful surge of cold air from Canada unleashing snow and damaging winds in several states. The roller coaster weather ripped up trees by the roots, piled up snow that shut down parts of the scenic road through Glacier National Park, and knocked out power to tens of thousands. The National Weather Service reports snow fell in Colorado, Montana, and Wyoming. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
In NFL news, the Buffalo Bills are creating a so-called fan bubble, so their fans have a sanitized pregame clean zone in which they can rage, party, and break tables. And while the city of Buffalo can reach freezing temperatures as soon as October, we're told that the team is insulating their bubble with those Bills Super Bowl championship T-shirts they never got to sell.
I think there are 4 styles.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
He's here. Okay, good.
Hey, what's going on, Chris? What's up, baby?
Dog's here, guys. Okay, this is Mr. Mad Dog Sings the Blues.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, Dog, how are you? Listen,
Good, sorry,
Steve's got the band rehearsed. We're all set. I see you've got some new lyrics here. I didn't think anything rhymed with speculum.
Did some research. Hello, ladies. How are you? Looking good.
Hi, Mad Dog.
Hello.
Listen, Dog, Ricky and I kind of rearranged this. We moved some stuff around here, but it's okay. Steve's got the band working.
Rearranged it? What change? I don't have the changes.
Steve, could you count it off?
Where's the changes?
the blues, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mr. Mad Dog, he can sing, and this cat can really swing. Mr. Mad Dog likes my views every time he sings the blues. Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby.
No, Dog, guitar solo. You lay back here. No, sax. Lay back here.
Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby went to...
The girls sing here.
I don't have to change. Not my fault. All right, here. My baby. Is it... Where's...
He's in the bathroom, dog.
Tom's in the bathroom. Okay. All right. I just...
Dog, I'm sorry. My teeth are floating. This is a little horn thing here. Lay back for a second.
Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby went to the...
Oboe solo here. Lay back here.
02 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunny and hot today up to 88. Clear tonight down to 62. Partly cloudy and 84 tomorrow. 66 currently.
Time for some action, Josh.
That's right. Fanduel Sportsbook. Josh, is Fanduel Sportsbook legal in Indiana? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, Fanduel Sportsbook is an official partner of the Indianapolis Colts. Not only can you bet on Colts games, but right now you can do it risk-free up to $1,000 on Fanduel Sportsbook. Just place any bet you want. If you win, you keep the cash, of course. If you lose, get your entire bet up to $1,000 back in bonus site credit. FanDuel, man, the app is safe and secure. They have special odds boosts for new and existing users, and they will pay you your winnings in as little as 24 hours. To claim your risk-free bet, download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code WFBQ. You must be 21 and older and present in Indiana. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Good job.
I would not want to be you. That's all I'm saying.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here on this, the 9th of September, 2020. Yes, it continues.
Rock Timber. No, that's not the Rock Timber?
No, see, we
I bet there's a September out there.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
September.
Yeah.
We used to have
Stairway to 7 on September.
Get the lead out. We used to have Proctober.
Sure.
Celebrating certain health issues and problems that can occur in that area.
Yeah, for women.
Not for women.
Got it, Josh.
I'm sorry, what?
He's up to speed on
Talking about prostates.
And
But didn't they move that to September or November?
If you're on your prostrate, you're lying down.
Right.
The point is, yes, we tried Proctober, which I thought was a delightful idea, but then they moved it. I think they moved it to September
or November or something.
That's the whole Movember thing, which I don't approve of. I thought that if you don't like Proctober, too bad.
Why would Proctober's
perfect?
How about this? If you don't like Proctober, stick it up your ass. That kind of fits, right?
There you go.
That's a T-shirt, I think.
I like that.
Gotta be a T-shirt.
I apologize to our audience if there's one left after our Rando segment.
Well, we almost got prostate and probate or whatever you were just doing.
Prostate and prostrate.
Prostrate, yes.
That's prostrate is different than prostate.
Prostate.
Okay.
What are you drinking over there? You got a beer?
No, someone gave me a bunch of this water.
I got a 40 of Old E.
I can only see the top, and it looks like the top of a Heineken or something.
It does look like an old Colt 45.
Okay.
It's a bottle of water. Thank you very much.
Christy, I don't think I've ever seen my dad drink a can of beer in his life.
Oh, well, first of all, he would never drink a can of beer.
Yeah, really, Tom, honestly, if you were to have a beer, bottle over can?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
He was a Heine guy.
Oh, I'm with you.
No.
Jack Nicholson. Yes, you were. Jack Nicholson said Heineken in one of those movies. And
there's a great scene in The Last Detail, a terrific movie with Jack Nicholson, where he says to young Randy Quaid, well, I can't actually quote the whole line, but
well, Dennis Hopper.
I believe it ends with "You'll pay for it one way or the other," something to that effect. But he goes, Heineken. Now, President Kennedy used to drink it. It was great. No,
I can see that affecting you.
It's water.
So you can hear why that would be a great movie to watch.
Whereas Dennis Hopper in Blue Velvet, he does not care for Heineken at all. It's Pabst Blue Ribbon, and I can't repeat that line.
Okay, we could do a whole show of lines we can't repeat in the air.
Let's do it.
Okay, good. Or perhaps
PBR's a fine beer.
Of course.
Yes, it is.
And now, remember, I brought in you guys the PBR coffee.
Oh, that was amazing.
And you guys loved it.
You're right. Never brought in another one.
Yeah, you brought one can.
We legitimately loved it.
Yeah, we
Willie, I don't think you were here that morning, and we've got to get more in here for you to try.
I was not. That was PW. That was pre-Willie, but I want to try it very bad.
Okay.
P-Dub.
And your brother was the one that got me that.
Oh, Sam.
He loves PBR.
Sam is the best Griswold kid, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
He just lost a bunch of weight, and it's driving me crazy.
Oh, what a jerk.
I know, Josh.
I bet he looks
insane.
he looks like a god.
Why did he do that? He was already engaged.
I don't know. And he dyed his hair, and he's got everything going on great for him.
Everything's coming up same.
He dyed his hair blonde, right?
Yes, it's this weird blonde thing.
He did.
Yeah.
Once you're engaged, don't you just let yourself balloon up?
That's what I thought was the idea.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was the idea.
Anyway, you want to take the joke that I just thought of?
What, that I've been engaged 7 times? Is that what you want to say?
Really? Is that true?
No, it's not true at all.
Oh, okay.
Nobody listening is on your show.
Oh, I see what he was going for
It's
there.
hurtful.
Say.
Choke.
How many of us have yelled choke at Tom? I think all of us. I think all of us.
I think Bob invented that.
Yeah.
Okay, where were we? I know. Christy Lee is at the news desk over there from a Navy Federal Credit Union. What do you got?
A TikTok user's video has gone viral after her mom fell through the ceiling during the recording.
Hilarious.
The video begins with Liz Millen singing a song for a few moments when a loud crash can be heard. Millen turns around to see her mother's leg hanging through the ceiling along with some insulation and drywall. Millen, a musical theater student, told BuzzFeed she was recording herself singing at her parents' house for an audition practice while mom was in the attic. She said there are wooden beams in the attic that you're supposed to step on, but she tripped and stepped right into my ceiling.
Whoops.
She said her mother is completely fine, not even a scratch.
Well, I haven't seen this video on TikTok, but this has happened to me personally twice.
Really?
Yes.
Now, when you fell through the ceiling, there was some good news.
Yes. Fortunately, my testicles broke my fall.
Right on the joist?
Right on the joist, baby. I had the most gorgeous blue and green area you've ever seen.
No.
If this is the video I think it is, I'm pretty sure, because what shocked me is that the mom falls through and then the daughter is not surprised at all, does not express any concern for her mother. She just goes, oh my gosh, like her mom had broken into her room for privacy reasons.
Her mother's ruined the video. You can see all the insulation and the leg sticking through.
I fell through the roof in two different...
you fell through the
ceiling in two different arrangements.
Yes.
Are you serious?
One arrangement.
Oh, I can remember. I remember the bruise you had.
One arrangement was a legal entanglement. I fell through the ceiling, and she says, "Stop messing around.
Stop messing around."
And then the second time I fell through the ceiling, she was up the ladder faster than I'd gotten up there. Are you okay, Jesus? Yeah. So
wow.
There you go.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, you got to step on the joists. You can't step on the drywall.
Which I was doing, except for that last step.
You know, I make it a rule never to go in the attic.
Same here.
It's creepy.
When I bought my house, I go, do I ever have to go in there? And
what are you going to say?
All right.
It won't fit. You're going to say that?
Even the joist don't have a chance? Is that what you're saying?
No,
you can't fit through the space?
The guy said, more steel.
Oh my God. See, what?
He couldn't handle the idea that I might go up into the attic.
So you asked the realtor if you'd ever.
I asked the inspector. I go, do I ever have to go up there? And he goes, no. And he goes, don't. There's no reason to ever go in your attic.
Do you have one of those pull strings that turns into a ladder?
No, I would need to bring.
I didn't even know I had an attic until the inspection.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what's up there? Oh,
yeah, my old house had those great stairs, and it was actually functional. You could go up there and put things, but this new house, there's no way. I don't even know how to get into the attic.
Is there an attic?
Yeah, there's an attic. There's a board that just you.
Yeah.
Okay. There's probably a light on up there.
Neighbors say there's an attic in that house.
Sometimes dead is better.
That's right.
He's been dead going on 30 years.
Yeah.
Honestly, and this isn't just because it's on brand. I've only ever been in an attic for weed smoking purposes. I think.
Yeah.
I'm being completely serious. There was my buddy had a house and we used to go smoke pot in his attic when we were kids. Not kids, but yeah. I don't think I've ever been. I don't know. There's just spiders and creepy, and you're going to fall through the ceiling.
There's no reason to go up there.
Spiders are creepy, and you are going to fall through the ceiling
unless you're putting in a ceiling fan.
There's a great attic scene in the Christmas version of
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
That's a wonderful scene.
That is.
It's really sweet.
Watch
attic
the film
scene.
strip and
got all those.
Ray Charles, great song.
Yeah,
very old fashioned.
Now people just get storage units.
Instead of messing around with their attic.
Yeah, don't you think?
Damn people.
I don't know. I do. You have to have access to an attic, though, right? Legally, I think.
I would think
most
so.
states, I think you have to be able to get up in there.
What if you get critters up there?
When do you think those bins took off? Those plastic bins.
Oh,
love those.
Yeah. Now, so the story in this is fascinating. Again.
Pivot.
No. I just want people to watch this thing. This woman's trying to do an audition.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, her mother falls through the ceiling. I just played it without the audio. I assume she's singing.
Yeah.
Ceilings, nothing more than ceilings.
There we go.
There we go.
Chick, you were curious why I pivoted.
See what condition my condition
I just dropped in.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Remember that song, Christy?
Yes. But I don't know who does it.
Kenny Rogers in the first edition, right?
Yeah, Miss.
No, great
tune.
Great
Miss.
song.
Great tune.
Great song. The late Kenny Rogers.
Well used in Big Lebowski.
Here it is. Here it is.
I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Oh, my Lord.
Or maybe she was singing this.
Falling in love again.
You know, it looks like this woman's vagina broke her fall.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, her
Yeah,
legs
she probably
hanging
has
out.
a bruise.
Yeah.
Do we have a sound effect for that?
Yeah, it's the sound of a squid hitting the ice in Detroit.
Ow!
No, it's the sound of the squid being removed from the ice.
The sound of a donkey eating a carrot. Is that
Guys are
what you
awful.
want?
Awful. Jeez.
Yeah, that's true.
God, what happened to the show today?
I don't know.
Let's see, where were we? Coming up,
octopus, I
we
guess.
have a great story about the law and a goat.
Don't taught the law and the...
No.
And an odd story about Batman in Hanoi, of all things. And happy birthday. Should you be singing it? Well, according to scientists, the answer is no. Oops, wait a minute. No. Sorry. You're supposed to sing the sports theme. Wait a minute. Sorry. Stop it. Okay, thank you.
Hey, are
Who
you
is
having
doing that?
trouble with your electronics? You know what I'm talking about. It's not the electronics. It's your car. What? It's not a car.
It's a computer on wheels,
It's a
chick.
rolling computer. That's why you need our buddies at Car Shield.
The computer wore
Tennis shoes?
Firestones? Wasn't that Kurt Russell?
Radials.
Yeah.
Now is not the time for an expensive repair with the world in... you know how we do. That's why we recommend Car Shield, a wide range of protection plans that save you thousands for a covered repair, which means the check engine light, a lot less scary. You almost want it to come on. You have the freedom to choose your favorite mechanic or dealership to do the work, and Car Shield gets the rest taken care of. Even if your car breaks down while you're traveling, the choice of a repair shop still up to you.
All right.
And on top of that, there's no long-term contracts or commitments. Payments are flexible, and Car Shield plans are customizable to your exact needs. Car Shield has helped over 1 million drivers, and that's why they're America's #1, numero uno.
You know who likes Car Shield? Ice-T. I saw him on a commercial.
Yes, the head honcho. Good. Get coverage today and see why Car Shield cars go farther. It's actually, it is farther. Call 800-CAR-6000. I thought it might be further. But
1-800-CAR-6000.
And mention the code TOM, T-O-M, or visit carshield.com and use the code TOM to save 10%. That's carshield.com. Use the code TOM. A deductible may apply.
Thank you very much, Car Shield. Coming right back, we have sand, we have Chromebooks, we've got a gender reveal party stoppage. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't forget, Bob and Tom has a YouTube channel. You can check it out. It is free. Subscribe to it. Won't cost you anything. You can join over 100,000 other Bob and Tom fans from around the world who have subscribed to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. And as a special bonus, weeknights at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's Bob and Tom Tonight. 20 minutes of video highlights from today's Bob and Tom show tonight. That's 8 p.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Check it out tonight, won't you? You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Taylor Swift, Usher, Billie Eilish, and Phineas are among the acts who want to get young people out to vote. They have joined with the advocacy organization Global Citizen and voter registration group Headcount in a nonpartisan campaign to encourage young people to register to vote, then turn out to vote. They're offering incentives like the chance to win a Swift autographed guitar or a dance lesson from Usher for young people who check their voting status on globalcitizen.org. Andrew Lloyd Webber has told British lawmakers that the arts are, quote, at the point of no return. Lloyd Webber says theater is a labor-intensive business and few shows hit the jackpot the way Hamilton or Phantom of the Opera did. He pushed the British government to give a date when theaters can reopen. He says they just can't open a building the way a movie theater can. And a lot of servers and bartenders have seen their income fall because of the coronavirus pandemic. But in Anchorage, Alaska, a server got a big payday. Angelina Backus says a guy at a table with 3 other men asked to chat with her. When she did, the guy opened his wallet and peeled off 5 $100 bills. all part of a social media trend called the Venmo Challenge, where people use the online payment app to send money to a friend who uses that money to build up a bankroll for big tips. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
We were sitting around the bar last Friday night just drinking and wondering what it'd be like if we picked the right numbers and hit the lottery. It was me, Bill, Sid, Harold, and Stan. Each of us had a different plan, and we all agreed how great getting rich would be.
Well, the first thing I'd do with all that cash is throw myself one hell of a bash. There'd be beer and hookers, pimps, and a circus clown. Then I'd get a new couch and reclining chair, maybe 4 mag wheels and central air. I tell ya, I'd have the classiest trailer in town. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery girl pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Man, if I ever won that pile, I'd go to work with a great big smile. And the people that tick me off would better beware. I'd even go in late the very first day and find my boss, and here's what I'd say: Mr. Jenkins, kiss the ass of a millionaire. Then I'd find that secretary I think so cute, the one who threatened me with that harassment suit, when I told her I liked it when she wore her skirts real short. Then I'd grab her boobs, one in each hand, then kiss her, hand her $100 grand and say, here you go, darling, we just settled out of court. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery chick pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Well, you wouldn't believe all the stuff that I'd get, like a mansion on the beach and a new Learjet. I'd buy a casino in Vegas and send my boy to Yale. But the casino would be a financial mess, and I'd get indicted by the IRS. Well, I'm not buying a ticket this week. I don't want to go to jail.
Well, if I won that money, I wouldn't be greedy. I'd use some of that cash to help the needy. I'd build a school for poor kids and get them all computers. The church needs money for their charity.
Yes, sir. Nothing picks up a hump day like a Frito. I pay.
How about that? Enjoy yourself.
Hey, yeah. 820 at Q95. It's Bob and Tom.
You ate 20 of them?
820.
You can't just eat one. Wait a minute. Is that? Oh, that's Lay's potato chips. Christy Lee's right over there. She's got the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine 88, clear tonight 62, partly cloudy 84 tomorrow, 65, some fog to the north of us.
Some cool stuff going to be auctioned off at the Bob and Tom charity golf outing coming up next Wednesday afternoon. It'll be at Top Golf. That's right, Wednesday, September 16th. Top Golf is the place, and it's a benefit for the Riley Hospital for Children. You can still get in the action if you want. It's go to Q95.com and find out what's going on. But some of those things that we'll be auctioning off: a beautiful propane grill from Yingling, a beautiful Grizzly cooler from the same spot, and some other cool stuff. So be a part of it and help out the Riley Hospital for Children. And all the information, as indicated, is at Q95.com. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Once again in the big room, Ace, Chick, Josh, and I'm Tom. And then over in the socially distanced glass enclosed areas, we have both Christy Lee and Willie Griswold. Willie on his way for a Thursday night outing at the Laugh Factory in Chicago.
Yeah.
Christy on her way to a Thursday night outing of romance.
Oh, yeah. You getting some romance, Christy?
Never stops.
Oh, yeah. Read me that news.
Oh, it feels just like a finger.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jessica's with us. Are you going to introduce her?
I didn't know she was there.
Christy.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Osmond.
How's it going?
Feels just like
it's not really a show today. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It's a delightful melange of nonsense and
talk
and
about
the off-air comments have been interesting.
I'm sorry, I missed those.
We're up to our ears and organic today. Yeah.
Okay, well, we got a lot going on. And Jessica, it's nice to see you.
Great to be here.
Been to the dentist recently? Your teeth look surprisingly white.
You know,
It's the lighting.
That's possibly the lamest compliment that you
look,
can hear.
when she opens her mouth, look at that. They glow.
They look the same as they have.
Whitest teeth I've ever come across.
She's
See, it's just like a finger.
surprisingly white. So what, were they all yellow and gross
No,
to you
I
before?
think it's the light in there. That's what I was going to say.
It is the light. It's a little bright. I can't ever figure this out.
Boy, you like Adam
Thank
Sandler,
you.
don't you? Look at that. Sandler,
I do.
Schneider.
So-
yeah.
Today is Adam Sandler's birthday.
Oh, wow. That's a national holiday for you.
Indeed. Well, I made this shirt for him when he came to town for his 100% Fresher concert show. We got front row tickets. He acknowledged me. My life is done. I'm fine. My dream is made, right? But it was
Cool.
Oh, that's great.
Sandler,
But-
your shirt has all the names of your favorites there.
Right.
the top 6 from the SNL days, and then Donnie wore 6 names of like the other guys like Covert, Dante, Lochran, Swartzen.
Wow.
But I know, very exciting, right? Hang in there. This is going to be worth it. Sandler was always my number 1 on the top 5 list, if you will.
Oh,
like
okay.
growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
Now it's more of a respect thing, like whatever. But did you guys have like a number 1 that you just gushed over as a teenager, or even like your first big celebrity crush?
Oh.
Now, Josh, let's try to keep it within the realm of first-run cinema.
Top 3, I'm going to go.
As opposed to some pornographic tart.
When I was a kid, you are coming at him hard and relentless today.
Sorry.
If only anything he said mattered.
Yeah.
Then it would.
I'm going to go, I think when we were kids, Tom, or I was a little, Raquel Welch, I think.
Oh, why not? Are you kidding me?
20,000 BC or something.
BC.
No?
Oh,
No,
she was
really?
she was beautiful.
No, still is. I just that wasn't.
Annette Funicello?
No.
Oh,
no,
sure.
no, no.
Hands for days.
One of my daughters watched Barbarella the other night. She goes, I had no idea they allowed that much nudity back in the day.
Jane Fonda with blonde hair?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a tough one.
I
Go ahead. Who's your call when you were a kid?
One of the hee-haw girls?
When I was younger, it would have been, easy. This would have been Davy Jones, Bobby Sherman, and David Cassidy. Top 3 right there.
You only got 1 left. You better hurry.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think Bobby Sherman's still alive.
Yeah, he is. Last I checked.
The 1 that's left.
Well, go ahead. You name who's still Natalie Wood gone.
No, never.
Never. Well, she's
Never.
gorgeous.
You were.
Wait a minute. Anne Margaret.
Kind of.
Yep.
We're going with our Bye Bye Birdie.
Tuesday Weld.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
A real
gorgeous
bitch on Monday, though. Did you know that?
Of course. Why isn't every day named after me?
Oh, yeah.
So you never had a poster of a woman up in your room? Come on.
I didn't. I had the Doors, the Beatles, Jefferson Airplane,
A lot of men,
Led Zeppelin.
huh? A lot of guys, huh?
Interesting.
Willie, you're lucky to be here.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just thinking, I don't know if I had any posters of women on my walls either.
Nobody from like Baywatch or something?
I had like Angus Young. I mean, I have a whole chapter from Watchmen, so you could say the Silk.
Like guys in skirts, huh?
Yeah, I have the Silk Spectre from Watchmen. She's up there.
All right.
Bob Sanders, the great Colts player.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Jonah Hill from Superbad. The girls I had crushes on, I had a big crush on Jessica Simpson growing up.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
JLD, Julie Dreyfus, Elaine from Seinfeld. She's always up there for me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think those are the big 2, I guess.
Josh?
Jenny McCarthy was big for me.
Sure.
Mostly for her. It wasn't really for her looks. It was more for her ideas in science.
Yeah. No, Josh, I'm right there with you.
Gianna Michaels?
I can't wait for her to die of something soon.
That isn't very nice.
I only mean it.
Elvira was.
Oh, yeah.
Elvira, that's generational,
she's
Josh.
still still looks terrific.
I stood in line with Josh while he went to see Elvira.
I was nervous. I was nervous to meet her.
God, what was that like, Josh? Standing in line with him anywhere.
No, he wasn't in line.
No, I took you to the line, and then I went and
got coffee.
Yeah, you walked around and looked at things and judged, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
It was
fun.
It was a horror film convention.
In his brain. Get a load of this guy.
Yeah. No,
I was surprised. I really thought I would look over and see you chatting up Butch Patrick or somebody like that you would have been sort of interested in talking to.
I spoke with a couple people.
Yeah.
Fred Gwynn, a real hound.
Oh, I would have loved to have met Fred Gwynn. Who else was Rachel Ray? But I was a little older then, and yeah.
Rachel Ray, 'cause you got the double there. I mean, you got.
Here we go, Josh.
Oh wait, Halle Berry.
She's hot and she can cook.
That's
for
right.
You.
Well, who's not turned on by that?
Right.
Sure.
Well, those are two very different. Jenny McCarthy and Rachel Ray. Those are two different types. Yeah.
Sure. I appreciate all types.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Jenny McCarthy cook?
I don't know that she does. I haven't really looked that far into her life.
Medication.
Nice and fun. I forgot to say Halle Berry. She was always up there for me. Halle Berry is
very pretty.
Ace, who are your teenage loves? Maybe somebody from
Misty Rowe, one of the Hee Haw Honeys.
Oh, there you go.
Hee Haw Honeys.
That's right.
Diane Cannon.
Boom Boom.
Really?
The Cannon.
Jealous of Cary Grant, were you?
No, she played Julie on TV. Is her name Diane Cannon?
No,
that's Diane Carroll.
Diane Carroll.
Diane Carroll.
Okay. And of course, Morgan Fairchild.
Morgan Fairchild. I was going to say, if you don't mention her, I'm going to come across the room.
Old razor face.
He loved her.
She looked high maintenance.
She did. But she was even sexy as Chandler's mom in Friends.
Yeah.
She was
Matthew
always...
Perry's also on my list, speaking of Chandler.
Really?
Yo, wait a second.
Chandler, Matthew Perry, Matthew Lillard.
Wow.
Phone's ringing.
You have a long list.
Hello, Bob and Tom.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie. Overseas.
I got one. How about Madonna with the murdered out armpits? Swear to God. The more bush, the better. I had two of her posters. You thought she was dirty. Man, and I thought until today, that's crazy about that skank lady test driving that pocket rocket at the Lions Den.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And man, you're right, man. She's rough. I seen her mud shot and thought a puddle of mud was back in prison. Hey, Tom, you're a man who appreciates good kitchen equipment.
Yeah.
You probably got one of them subpar refrigerators.
Sub-zero.
Four-speed blender. Luckily for you, my nephew Brantley is selling specialty kitchen knives door to door.
Oh, no kidding.
I don't know, maybe the day you'd want to buy some. He's a high school senior. He's like second string starting center for Fortville Mud Daubers this year. And on the weekends, he's been selling these knives, trying to save money for college.
That's nice.
And, well, when Brentley graduates, he plans on following his Uncle Donnie's footsteps and attending small engine repair annex.
Oh, really?
But he just learned they ain't got a football team, so he ain't going to get that scholarship he's been banking on.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame because he's built like a side-by-side refrigerator. This kid's 6'3", 325, pure fat, not a damn muscle in his body, but he's got anger issues. It's like a sling blade used to run out of mustard. And he's also got a steel plate in his frontal cerebral cortex lobe. On account of doing a pancake drill against a live-wire bumper car at the county fair about 6 years ago.
Whoa. Do it.
I swear to God. So he's perfect for the game of football. Good thing for him is when you're that size and you show up front door with the case full of knives, the customer usually rips off their no solicitor sign and buys all of your inventory like stock and barrel. They ain't gonna haggle. And he tried to sell me some knives, but I already got some, knockoff Cutco's my Uncle Sonny made and re-gifted. So I've got all the knives I need.
Oh, good.
But I'll say it like this. Brentley's a good salesman there, Tom. He said, come on, Uncle Donnie, everybody needs a meat cleaver. I said, yeah, who told you that, OJ or Carol Baskin? Swear to God. So now he works that into his closer. And I'm just glad Brantley's working for a legitimate company. I almost got involved in one of them Fortune 500 pyramid schemes.
Really?
About 5 years ago, my friend Kenny Christie asked me if I ever heard of Mona V. And I was like, yeah, ain't she that one porn star with daddy issues? I think Josh has talked about her. Well, spoiler alert, it ain't her. He said it's some rare juice that contains something called the acai berry from Brazil.
Battery. Yes.
Well, he said it's from the rainforest, Christy. So it's all natural, keeps you stout and regular.
Oh.
I said, well, you know, I've heard them Spaniards only live about 35 years old in Brazil, so I ain't sure how your numbers add up. You know, my Aunt Putty was a Mary Kay sales rep.
Yeah?
Really?
And she kept on bragging about how she sold enough Mary Kay, she'd get a free pink Cadillac. But it wouldn't matter if they gave her a pink Cadillac, because she don't have any room to park it in the garage. To this day, it's still full of unsold Mary Kays. Swear to God. Hell, had she taken the money she'd spent on trying to sell Mary Kays, she could have bought herself her own caddy herself. You know? Instead, she's upside down in 94 LeBaron and don't even wear makeup due to her thyroid gland.
Oh.
You don't believe in God after that, then you're an atheist.
I'm not sure what happened at the end there.
I think it's acai. I don't know.
Letters are pouring in on who the
About?
celebrity crush was.
Yeah?
Who we got?
Christy Lee.
Oh.
A huge choice. Yes.
What? That's sweet.
Multiple letters.
Oh, jeez.
And Willie's holding
Willie,
up
please.
a Christy
Who could
Lee
resist?
poster.
Yeah.
That's the Christy Lee poster.
Oh, you look like a hee-haw honey.
Yeah, I do look like a hee-haw.
Willie, I want you to admit right now to Christy Lee how many times you had at yourself thinking about
Oh, Josh, don't be completely inappropriate. I took it to PJ. I got it 2 sizes bigger, and I got it in my bedroom. Sort of like one of those tributes you'll see to a dictator in someone's house, you know?
Oh, my
I
goodness.
got it up there.
Now
I
I'm
got
embarrassed.
candles. I got candles. I got lotions.
Holy
All right.
moly.
Essential oils.
Christy, did you have to tape the bibs up to stay on said,
No,
roof of nips?
no.
Oh, that's a real picture?
Nice.
That's a real picture.
Didn't Roof of Nips open for Metallica for a while?
Yes.
They were great, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, then the one guy quit.
Oh, right.
He formed Areola.
Areola Speedwagon?
Yeah, Areola. We have to return to the news desk with Christy Lee. What have
We brought
missed?
up birthdays because of Adam Sandler. Researchers have found that singing the celebratory song Happy Birthday increases the risk of coronavirus transmission.
Of course it does.
Just singing the song.
Scientists from Lund University in Sweden found the enunciation of consonants, especially the letters B and P, released large particles which carry a greater risk of viral transmission. Singing loudly and singing at a higher pitch also appeared to create a greater number of droplets with a high emission rate. You'll find all of this information if you want to read more about it in the
At your local
aerosol
library.
At buzzkill.com.
Aerosol Science and Technology. That's a journal there.
Yeah, we just did a little birthday celebration, and we just did cupcakes.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Individual.
That's what we did.
And then you blow the candle out, and just the person blows it out in just the one cup.
Was this a
Right.
full birthday or quarter birthday, a half
Whose birthday was it this time?
We were celebrating one of my daughter's birthdays. So.
A real birthday?
Well, Sally, yeah. It was a delayed birthday
Okay.
for technical reasons. But so we just had the one thing. And then I saw on TV, Josh, your invention.
Yeah.
You thought of the giant plastic dome, and you put the candles on the dome and put it over the cake.
That
and
exists?
Blow them out. Yes, they make them now.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad somebody's making money off of my idea.
It's,
Good for them.
Yeah. So in any event, so it's not just the blowing out of the candles.
No, it's the singing
It's
of
the singing of the song now that's a problem. But you're also supposed to sing the song when you wash your hands, right?
Yeah, but nobody's in the room with you at the time.
Well, and you can do it in your head.
Right. Exactly. You sing out loud when you wash your hands?
Not me. You can't tell me to do it in my head. I do it out loud every time. And if anybody tells me not to, I'll get the hell out of my bathroom, buddy.
Wow.
Birthday.
I always wash my hands longer than I don't do it because I've always washed my hands for a long time.
Because you like it.
Yeah.
No, because he feels dirty.
Well, I have to get the DNA and rib barbecue sauce off, don't I?
So you take a little toothbrush in there, really scrub them down.
Josh, I walked in the bathroom one time. One of my buddies were at a hotel, and I walk in the bathroom. He went before me, and he's peeing, and he's got his pants down, but he's showing his butt like he cut his pants off at the knees. One of the funniest things I have ever walked into. Hey, what's going on? Just played it totally cool. Hilarious.
Absolutely.
So now, to be clear, by the way, Josh's invention now of the birthday candle thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a plexiglass dome with holes in it, and you put the candles in the cake.
Right.
the candles are going the dome.
Right, exactly.
So it's not like you have to glory hole
No,
all
you
the
don't.
candles through the.
You don't have to.
Haven't heard that as a verb.
Glory hole it. Okay.
Today is also Chris Spangle's birthday from our staff.
It is.
Happy
birthday, Well, if we're going to do this, it's also my guy's birthday.
Well, I'd
today.
give Chris the day off, but he takes the day off pretty much every
Wait, Christy, I didn't know that you were. Christy,
Call Miss Pat and ask her to give him the day off. These are all inside jokes that are very funny.
Okay.
Very funny. No. I was going to say, Christy, I didn't know that you were dating Spangle. That's so fun.
No, I'm not dating Spangle.
Nobody saw that coming.
About time you kids got together.
Yeah.
His mom and I were best friends in grade school.
Oh, kinky.
Yeah.
Now it explains it.
Okay.
We were.
Now,
Hi, Judy.
Okay, coming up, we have my favorite story of the day that involves a police officer and a goat. And I mean a goat, the kind that go whatever.
Well, of course. What did you think?
Well, because the word goat's been misappropriated by the world of sports for greatest of all time, which I can't stand. So we'll be coming up with our goat story in just a second. But now I want to remind you the importance of sleep. I'm feeling great today because I got a ton of sleep last night. Thank you, Sleep Number. Oh, you didn't get any sleep last night?
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
No.
My bed sure is comfortable.
Break away from this for just a second.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Christy Lee, the sleep number setting in your bed is what?
35.
But you could change it at the touch of a button. 35, marshmallow-like, very unfirm. Chick McGee, your sleep number setting.
100.
That is one crisp, solid
Very
mattress,
firm.
my
Not
friend.
crisp at all. That's the wrong word. Firm.
Firm. Okay, it's very firm. That's the beauty of the Sleep Number bed, and Sleep Number reminds you it's never been more important than these days to get some sleep. Of course, sleep, a natural immunity booster, and we all need it right now with all the stuff going on out there. Sleep Number has some tips for you. Create a peaceful place for sleep, of course. Ambient noise can be helpful, one of those noise machines. Don't drink caffeine after about 3 o'clock. Keep your bedroom at a nice cool temperature, ideally in the mid-60s.
Or you could listen to a recording of Tom talking about Rajon Rondo if you're trying to fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's a reference to an earlier moment of the show that many of us enjoyed. Create a before-bed routine, courtesy of the folks at Sleep Number Bed. Calm yourself and come in right now because Sleep Number, what's happening at their stores? Well, it's the biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale for a limited time. Save 50% on the famous Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. I'm sorry. Shop your way at a Sleep Number store or online at sleepnumber.com/BT show. That's the Sleep Number bed. And by the way, either side of the bed can be reset at any time for the comfort level that you want, he wants, or she wants. That's right. It's the ultimate freedom bed. That's what they should call it. Sleepnumber.com/BT show. Tell them the Bob and Tom show sent you. Up next, we have goats. We have a Batmobile in Vietnam and very serious television news. This is the Bob and Tom show.
This is the Bob and Tom show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom show next.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hump Day, rolling through a Wednesday, September 9th. I'm Mark Allison. On the way, Allie Breen will be zooming in from New York City about relationship questions. We've thought about calling the show Break Up, but sometimes we have some good advice for our listeners. So make sure you're tuned in. See if we can't help you with your relationships with our comedian relationship expert, Allie Breen, joining us from New York City later this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Lakers enjoy a 2-1 lead. The Western Conference Finals after beating the Rockets for the second straight day, 112-102. Miami Heat are in the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 6 years, following a 103-94 win over the top seed Milwaukee Bucks. Major League Baseball interleague action yesterday. Minnesota, Philly, St. Louis, Washington, Baltimore, Detroit, Boston, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco, your winners. American League winners, Oakland, Kansas City, Toronto, Texas, and Houston. And National League, your winners, Miami, the Cubs, San Diego, and the Dodgers. NHL playoffs, Vegas blanks Dallas 3-0. And NFL news, according to reports, the Denver Broncos say star linebacker Von Miller may have suffered a season-ending ankle injury toward the end of yesterday's practice. Miller appeared primed for a big season following an offseason which he added several pounds of muscle and said he had rededicated himself to football. Results will come later in the week. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You got to be, hard holding your downward dog while trying to keep them goats from eating your yoga mat the whole time. Swear to God. Goats are dicks. And the only good thing to ever come from yoga was yoga pants.
Hear, hear.
Oh, every woman looks fire-ass hot in yoga pants. Even if she's got butterface. Yoga pants are so tight nowadays. I swear to God, you can actually count the number of stitches she has in her C-section.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
With us in the studio, comedian Bobcat Goldthwait is here with us. Once again, good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Weren't you featured in
Oh, yeah.
Hot
yeah.
to Trot?
Yeah, right out of the gate, bring up my porn past.
No, that's not what I meant. I was just trying to be.
No, that's all right.
He's not.
I'm not making that up, Bob.
You don't finish a Hot to Trot and go, wow, we're not going to get one better than that.
No.
I'm kind of.
I know you think he's being a smart aleck, but he loves talking horses.
Yeah.
He really does.
Yeah. If I was Tom Hanks, you'd be going, hey, I really love Turner and Hooch. That's nice that you won Oscars. Do you know what I mean?
Bobcat Goldthwait is our guest. I truly did.
You like it? Hot to Trot? All right. Well, that put me in comedy jail. That movie.
Yeah, I like goofy movies.
Now, I didn't see Phantom Menace or the Attack of the Clones because I'm 40 years old and I've been laid. So, Star Wars, the Lord of the Rings, none of that stuff really. But like a jerk, I went to the Star Wars re-release and they had added a couple scenes with the computer-generated image of Jabba the Hutt, right? And I'm a nerd, but this audience is like uber nerds who had memorized every damn frame of the movie, and they go nuts when Jabba the Hutt shows up because he's a computer-generated Jabba the Hutt. I don't know what their beef is, but they're like going, fake. This is true. Fake. Like the movie's gonna go, oh, you caught us. And finally, I snap. I go, yeah, Jabba's fake. He's not like the real Chewbacca. Listen, you nerds, this is all fake. It's in outer space. None of it happened. And if it did happen, there wouldn't be any explosions because outer space is a vacuum, and that means it's void of oxygen. And in order to create a fire, you need oxygen. In fact, in real space, sound can't even travel in a pure vacuum. You would just have spaceships silently firing missiles into other craft, and they would implode and spin off course. That's the worst thing that could happen, you nerds. Actually, that's not what I really said.
I know what you really said.
I thought, later on I'm much clever. What I really said was, have any of you nerds ever seen a vagina? Could you pick a vagina out of a police lineup? If I had a vagina and a donut and a mop, could you tell me the difference between these things? Because the day you actually see one, you're going to throw that stormtrooper cookie jar right out the window. You're going to go, what was I thinking about?
46 at Q95. Yeah, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee's got the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X Man. We'll see sunshine today. It'll be a warm one. up to 88. Clear tonight, 62. Partly cloudy, 84 tomorrow.
It's a hot one.
Hot one. 66 now.
The tradition continues. Duke Tomato, Lord Help Our Colts, coming up today at 10 o'clock. We've been doing it for a long time, and the Lord has helped the Colts out a couple times. They've had some great seasons, and the next one's about to begin. And by the way, Lord Help Our Colts brought to you by Hard Truth Distillery, Nashville, Indiana, USA.
Love Nashville.
Let's see now, where was I? This is the Bob and Tom Show. I can see Ace has got his NFL cap on. Chick, somewhat restrained today in the big room. No.
I don't think anyone
Washington
ever says
gear.
Cap. I don't think anyone says cap.
Cap?
Nice
Baseball cap?
How about a hat?
Cap and gown?
NFL hat.
Wait, you've just been proven wrong twice, Chick.
I think
by
cap
Jessica,
is more
cap
of
and
a-
gown. Thank you, Christy
It's
Lee.
a-
Baseball cap.
Cap.
It's not a baseball hat.
It's a baseball hat.
No,
It's a
it's
baseball cap.
Chick, did Al teach us about the phrase no cap?
No.
No cap means like I'm not lying. No cap.
Oh. Never heard that.
What does that stand for?
No, I'm not exactly sure, but the way I view it is that in a way a cap is a hat could be sort of a lie. If you're a bald guy wearing a hat, you're not really bald.
Oh, we'll have to ask him.
No cap?
No cap, yeah.
Okay.
Like you're wearing a hat. It's good. No, I got a gorgeous head of hair.
Oh, okay. That's like Ace. Underneath that Ace, it's unbelievable the amount of hair under there.
I'm excited about the NFL this year. I've got a good fantasy team.
What's the name of your fantasy team? Are you going with
God, he can't help it. The words.
porn food. No, I mean
pizza boobs.
lonely and fat.
What is your fantasy name? My fantasy team name is Von Miller High Life.
Oh, nice. I don't have it
Von
named
Miller
yet.
got injured.
Yeah, I know.
But I know I'm going to do well this year. I've got a good QB.
Yeah?
And Andrew Luck.
Oh.
And,
Okay.
I think I'm going to go far.
You suppose people walk up to Andrew and go, last year you screwed me. Does he get that a lot?
I know absolutely they do.
Didn't OJ pick him or something? And
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Andrew Luck is too busy being happy and enjoying his
life.
life.
I'm sure. I'm just wondering if people do say that to him.
I don't begrudge him at all.
I can remember when the fantasy football thing really took off, and Peyton Manning was in here, and we were talking, and he goes, it used to be they'd come up to me and go, hey, congratulations, the team did great last week. Now they just walk up and go, yeah, you won, but you sucked, and I ruined my fantasy league. Hey, we won. You can't win with these people. But it's nice to know that the NFL's coming back. Chick McGee will be doing his famous sports picks show.
Yes.
The Chick McGee shoe-in of the week.
If you say so.
SHOO.
Oh, you can't deny the nation
of the week.
Your picks.
SHO.
I mean, overall, over the years, you've done quite well. There have been a couple of
free shoes.
Dark years.
There were some dark years there.
It was like when Kiss took the makeup off. It just wasn't the same. Although they had a couple hits.
Lick it up.
They had a couple big hits then. Joining us from her home, it's the lovely Jessica Alsman wearing her tribute to Adam Sandler because it is, in fact, Adam Sandler's birthday. Perhaps we should do an early edition of Today in History.
Okay.
Would that be suitable
That'd
for
be fun,
everybody?
wouldn't it?
Come down, boy. Today in history. Here's Tom.
Aren't you supposed to give the date and everything?
They're making me, this is weird. Doing
September
that.
9th, 2020. Today in history.
So it's Adam Sandler's birthday. How old is he, Jess?
54.
Okay.
I think.
I'm still a big fan. And I think he was
so
robbed
great.
of an Oscar last year. But
Yeah.
He didn't get nominated because of turds that are just used to voting for other turds.
And then the Netflix special he did with Dan Bula, I believe, on piano. That was incredible. Really funny.
Yeah, and by all accounts, we've had him on the show before, and by all accounts of people that really know him, he is the greatest guy ever.
That's great. Yeah,
he's just a super cool guy. He does a lot of charity stuff, and he was born in '66.
Okay.
So Uncut Gems, a very what's the word I'm looking for?
Nerve-wracking.
Yes, super intense.
Yeah, it's a tough film.
Yeah, I love that movie. I don't think I'm going to watch it again in the next year. I loved it.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
It wears you out.
It is exhausting.
And
I haven't seen it. So it's great.
It's about a guy who's a degenerate
I saw the
gambler.
trailer, yeah.
And it involves there's some NBA folks in it.
He's wonderful. Sandler's just wonderful in it.
It's got Kevin Garnett, who played with Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, the Celtics, he sure did.
Now, did you hear about Rajon Rondo last night?
There we go. Right back to it, baby.
Ron, he was in Orlando, and he picked up a Rando.
Yeah.
And he got into his car, which was...
No, he gave her a hundo.
Yeah.
No, he didn't give her the Honda until he got in the Lambo.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Isn't that right?
That is right. Mm-hmm.
So you've forgotten all of it now?
No. I'm enjoying Christy Lee's meltdown.
Didn't they have a pet
Not
dog?
today.
Didn't they have a pet dog named Pluto?
I've had enough.
Okay, sorry, Christy.
It's okay.
Okay, we're throwing here by doing Today in History. Okay, how about
Yeah.
we'll do some actual historical events?
All right.
Orville Wright makes the first 1 hour-long plane flight.
Why do you say it Orville? Man, that's irritating.
What's his name, Orville?
No, it's Orville. Orville Wright.
Orville.
It's not Orville.
Orville Redenbacher, Orville Wright.
You
know
say
what?
Oregon, too,
I
don't
think
you?
I know I say Orville Redenbacher, but I think I say Orville Wright.
Do you
No,
really?
I don't. Orville
No,
Wright.
Orville.
Yeah, no,
Orville.
Right.
Orville.
You wouldn't.
Like
Orville?
Louisville.
Get the shovel?
Louisville.
Louisville.
Jeez.
Mr. Wright. And
Where'd he fly to?
Yeah, only an hour long.
Yeah.
Those flights suck. They don't even serve food. Who
No.
cares?
yeah, no, he just got the drink card out.
Wasn't he the jerk brother? Orville was
No,
the worst,
they're
right?
both. It's an amazing story.
Orville did planes. The other one made popcorn, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but Wilbur came up with the bike bell.
Oh,
really?
did he?
I sure did. Yep.
Yeah, and the streamers. Yeah, that was Wilbur Wright. Of course. Yeah, if you read about the Wright brothers, they were unbelievably brave. And they would take people on flights in the early days. They would do figure eights, and there'd be thousands of people gathered around watching. Because no one had, can you imagine? You've never seen anything like this.
Right.
People were still riding horses all over the place. These guys were flying. Some of their passengers did not survive.
Oops.
That's funny.
So they're murderers then.
Oops. Yeah.
There's some
Did they
famous-
sign a waiver?
I think this was a pre-lawyer.
Yeah.
I think,
Lord.
yeah. But
You know, that was my father's name, Wilbur.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's
I
not
didn't
true.
know that.
that's my son
absolutely a
Willie's
fact.
nickname.
Why do you come out here and
Yeah, I
make
call
things
him
up?
And nothing is funnier than when my 4-year-old looks at him and goes, Wilbur.
Wilbur?
Finley thinks my full name is Wilbur. She
I-
doesn't think it's William.
I thought your name was Wilbur until
Really?
you started
Call him
working here.
We could change it.
Honestly.
Oh, don't do that. Your father would have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Change
It's okay.
anything.
Inside joke, I won't tell. Let's see. Elvis Presley appears on the Ed Sullivan Show for the first time in 1956.
What a show.
And that's not true about the hip thing, is it? I think that's
No.
urban legend.
Didn't Ed Sullivan pronounce it Elvis Pursley? Right?
Did he really?
No,
so.
that's false.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
They had to have those.
Or Topo Gijo.
They had to have those like scraper things,
Elvis Pursley.
those floor scraper things on broomsticks to get the panties off the stage.
Oh, boy.
You mean
Squeegee.
a squeegee?
Yeah, a broomstick.
Or a push broom.
A
Yeah.
push
What
broom?
did you say? I can't even think how you messed it up.
Those metal scrapers.
Metal broomstick, metal scraper.
On this, happy birthday, Leo Tolstoy. I'd tell you the story, but we don't have all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you try writing a short story? Well, he did, but
The original war, what is it good for?
That's right, yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Great
Not
song.
war and peace.
Happy birthday to Colonel Harland Sanders.
We should all have fried chicken for dinner.
we should have fried chicken. That's a great
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they brought him back as
Yeah, man.
as the spokesperson. They brought back Jimmy Dean as well. Just goes
But
to
they're
show.
using Jimmy Dean's voice, which is kind of creepy.
They're using Jimmy Dean for real. They've got
Yes,
the video of him.
it's weird.
Oh, they're using the video too?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen
him
the
talking.
video part.
It's just like he's still alive.
Colonel Sanders in an urn with a handful of herbs and spices.
It's 23 herbs and spices.
I thought it was 11.
11 herbs and spices.
You know,
right?
Winnie the Pooh's tree over the top, it says Mr. Sanders. Did you know that? That's right.
I did not know them. Hugh Grant, great actor.
Well-known
Should
prostitute.
have gotten a Academy
he
Award
does
for his
one
work
thing wrong.
his work in Paddington 2. Definitely worthy of an Academy Award.
I have not watched that yet, but I'm going to sit down
He
and
is
do it.
very good.
It is
in
great, and he is absolutely
If the best
terrific.
joke in it is they accidentally left a red sock in the prison laundry, I'm going to come and beat you up. or die
One of
trying.
many tremendous jokes.
Tremendous.
it gets very serious when Hugh Grant's character molests Paddington.
Stop it!
That's it.
It's sort of a
Like
reverse.
Paddington or
It's
do
sort
you
of a
move?
reverse Revenant thing, actually.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
It's completely false. Don't ruin the movie.
Take
We'll
this
come
shot
back and we'll
there.
pick up this.
Are
line
we
of
done
thought.
with birthdays?
No, we have a couple
Okay.
more. We also have a great goat story in the news, and Oh, and the end of, we hope, of gender reveal parties.
Yes.
We hope coming up.
Gender is a social construct. It's not real.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I forgot about that. We can take that tack, or we can all just paint the whole building one color, and we'll all agree that it looks great. Okay.
All right.
You and your socialist commie friends. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, after the Bob and Tom Show, we roll right into Ace Cosby hosting Bob and Tom's Work Farce, all the fun without really that much effort. Keep your smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing what's making you so happy. I know what it is. It's you listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. And we'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Late-stage studies of AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine candidate are on a temporary hold while the company investigates whether a recipient's potentially unexplained illness is a side effect of the shot. In a statement yesterday, the company said it was pausing vaccinations to look into a potentially unexplained illness to see if the link is real or a coincidence. Temporary halts in medical studies aren't uncommon. And more than a dozen firefighters were overrun by flames while trying to protect a fire station in rugged mountains near the central California coast. One was in critical condition Tuesday. The injuries came as military helicopters rescued more than 150 people stranded in a burning forest in the middle of the state. California has already set a record with 2 million acres burned this year. More than 24 major fires are burning. And finally, summer came to an abrupt halt in parts of the Rocky Mountains yesterday, as temperatures reaching into the 90s plunged about 60 degrees in less than 24 hours, with a powerful surge of cold air from Canada unleashing snow and damaging winds in several states. The roller coaster weather ripped up trees by their roots, piled up snow that shut down parts of the scenic road through Glacier National Park, and knocked out power to tens of thousands. The National Weather Service reports snow fell in Colorado, Montana, and Wyoming. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Josh, you had a good time over the weekend?
I sure did, yeah.
Barbecuing?
I didn't do a lick of barbecuing. I know. I had some leftover barbecue that I still made good meals.
Well, slow down.
Unheard of in my house.
You walked right into
a rare treat.
You know, it's hard to not say it. It's hard to say something that's not going to set them off. I agree, but
they weren't my leftovers. I went to the neighborhood. Got anything left?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
9:02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
She's Christy Lee, and she's got the weather.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunny today, high 88, partly cloudy tomorrow, 84. Currently, we have 67 degrees.
Now let's try this like we rehearsed it. Ready?
Hey.
It's unbelievable.
Hey.
I'm eating a cookie. Leave me alone.
It's AAA.
And
you
service
didn't
that's
say it was
essential to your health and safety. That's AAA.
Thank you.
They've been working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make sure their members are covered. Because right now, 97% of all travel is being done by car.
Oh, that's over half.
So AAA membership makes a lot of sense. That's what I remember.
Hey.
It's unbelievable.
It's like the peace of mind I have no matter where I am. If I have car troubles, AAA will be there to help. And when you're stuck on the side of the road, AAA can be your hero. Speaking of heroes, nominate a hero today. They may win a free AAA membership at AAA.com/heroes. More details.
I'd like to thank
Also,
you for the
AAA
honor.
Auto and Home Insurance is there for you, too. Get a quote today at AAA.com.
AAA is great insurance.
AAA, go.
Thank you. Well, that'll be doing that one again, I think.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
If everybody would just shut up and let Christy do it.
It'll be the end of the days.
Which one's Christy?
The one in...
Hey, guys, I'm Christy. How you doing? Good to see you.
Welcome back. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We last left you doing our history review and birthday review. Yes, you're welcome. It's a hack premise, but we have fun with it.
Uh-huh.
This is Tom speaking. There's Chick. There's Josh. Josh, of course, in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. There's Ace over there. Behind the glass over there, it's Willie Griswold, set for a show 8 o'clock Central Time, Thursday night, Chicago, Illinois, at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, go to my Instagram for tickets.
Instagram, yes, sir. Now, Christy Lee is over there, somewhat upset about the fact that we decided to do Today in History at a different time.
Throwing me all off.
We were celebrating the birthday of the great Adam Sandler because that's the favorite human being of Jessica Alsman from our staff, Jessica broadcasting from her home. It's nice to see you. Are those stairs behind you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Is
She broadcasts from the same spot
every week.
Just noticed the stairway.
What if they're just decoration?
They lead to nowhere.
Just a wallpaper.
Yeah, just a great painting.
Is your boyfriend upstairs right now?
He is.
Snoozing away?
He might be watching the show on YouTube. I don't know.
Oh,
is your
They should pop down those stairs and wave at it.
Is your laptop plugged in, or is it on a battery right now?
$50.
It's not a battery. You mean to go up there and
If he comes down the stairs, waves his genitals at us.
I'm in for 50. That's 100.
That's 100 right
I think
now.
that might be some kind of a violation.
Yeah, we might get in
If
trouble.
he didn't do that, yeah. Just to ask
But the
Craig.
cat's down for it. I think she might come out. And
Okay.
Get her out there. I got 5 on that.
She'll come down and look.
So where were we? We were doing our birthdays. Okay, it's Adam Sandler's birthday. Great guy, hilariously funny, great actor. Oh, Colonel Sanders, once again born on this date in 1890. Obviously now deceased. Do you suppose, just out of curiosity, do you suppose Colonel Sanders had a bucket list?
I'd like to think he did. Yeah. Yes.
Why are you screaming in pain with me?
Okay, how about this one? Eric Stone Street,
Who's that?
Modern Family.
friend of the show.
Oh, yeah, Eric,
Great
sure.
actor.
Plays Cameron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Studied at IO.
Yeah.
Missouri?
Yeah, he is from Missouri.
And let's see, Michael Bublé.
Oh, I love Michael Bublé.
I also love Bublé. I'm a big fan of his.
Are you? Have you ever seen him live?
Michael Bublé is way more than Christmas music. I've been saying it for years.
Yeah, he's
I
great
love
live,
Bublé.
too. He's very charismatic,
I can imagine.
funny.
I might have a little crush on Bublé. That guy can sing, and I like the way he sings.
His wife's always in his videos.
Yeah, well, that's part of the
Brianna?
deal. No, he's married to some
Brianna Bublé?
Argentinian girl.
Or is it Bubbles? It might be Bubbles Bublé.
I know she's Latin. I don't know what country she's from.
Bubbles Bublé.
It's the same. The video, having your wife in the video, that's the same thing that Jerry Falwell Jr. does.
Oh, yeah, he loves that.
I see what you're doing now.
What's going on? Sneaky.
The lovely Michelle Williams.
Yeah, she
born in
turns
this state
40.
in 1980.
Mm-hmm.
She's a terrific actress.
She sure is.
Oh, is that Heath Ledger's?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Man,
Jen from
she's
Dawson's Creek.
wonderful actress.
Let's not forget.
All right, let's move on. After the huge celebration we had for Leo Tolstoy's birthday, I know, Josh.
War.
I've only read Anna Karenina. I've never read War and Peace.
I read
How
Anna
many
Karenina
ananas are in that?
a lot.
Anna Karenina?
It's just like banana.
Did you like that book, honestly, Josh?
Did I like Anna Karenina?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Man,
I think you have an extra banana in there.
I was waiting for a bigger payoff. I don't know what I expected, but it just didn't.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
was
now,
beautifully
Christy, what have you
written,
got going? Do we have our goat story? This is my favorite story of the day.
How can this be your favorite story of the day?
So it's
I
because
thought we were doing today in history.
It's like
We're done.
It's like this is like something that would happen in Mayberry.
Well, okay, what is it?
Because
All right.
everything in the news right now is so serious and awful, and this is just sort of a great happy cop story.
A Georgia sheriff's deputy has had some of her court documents
That almost
eaten by a
sounded like
goat.
satire, didn't it? Some of her most important court documents eaten by a goat?
The Douglas County deputy was
I hope
serving
this is
the
a brief
document.
story. Thank you very much.
What'd you say?
I said I hope this is a brief story. Court documents being briefs, of course.
Yeah.
No, the lawyers would bring the briefs. The cops would bring the other. Now that joke fails in every way.
Let Christy.
Is that right?
You guys are on my last nerve today, and I can't explain why.
I can. We're annoying.
I can't explain why.
We're very annoying.
A Georgia sheriff's deputy has had some of her court documents eaten by a goat. The Douglas County deputy was serving the documents near Douglasville last week when she heard something in her patrol car. She returned to see a goat climbing through the open driver's side door and clamming around in her vehicle. Well, this is what she gets for leaving her door open.
Yeah,
You're attacking the police because she's doing her job.
The goat ate the deputy's paperwork, even knocked over her drink before head-butting her to the ground.
Jeez.
The deputy was not physically harmed during the encounter and managed to retrieve the soggy paperwork before the animal scampered off.
Thank God they've got the body cam.
Tom, you're right, man. This sounds like something that would have happened to Barney Fife.
Yes.
And you're right. I'm not making fun of the cop at all. She did leave her door open for a reason, and you know why?
Because if you shut the door, it locks.
No,
the
because
car hop-
when you're
the car
serving
hop is on.
documents, you don't know if a dog or something is going to run out after
okay.
you, and so she can get back in her car quickly. That's yeah.
Has anybody? Oh, sorry.
The goat ate the actual documents, the legal documents.
That she had.
Sounds
in
like
her.
an episode of Cops. Bad boys. Bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna
Why aren't you
do?
screaming in pain with me?
I wouldn't take
I'm sorry. What's that? Sheep go bah. What do goats do?
They bleach, don't they?
Yeah, they bleat. That's a good word.
So that bad boys joke is no good.
Well, it wasn't good
even
for a
yes
lot of
anded
reasons.
Now we're getting criticized by
Another county heard from.
Yes.
What would happen? Let me have. I have a technical question for someone who knows about this sort of thing. What if the goat, if it had been Barney Fife?
Yeah.
What if the goat was the greatest of all time goat? Would he be the goat?
Don't support
He would be
the
the goat.
use of the word goat. Sorry. What if it had been Barney Fife and the goat had eaten the papers and eaten Barney's only bullet? Now, would that bullet pass through the goat?
Yes, and when he butted heads with something, he'd shoot them.
Can you start some sort of fan fiction podcast so you can get all this out?
I'm just wondering. I mean, it wouldn't go off, would it?
I think so.
I have no idea.
Of course not.
Can a goat eat a bullet?
A goat could eat a bullet.
Okay, but would there be any danger of it firing?
All I know
I
is
don't think so.
when that bull eats a rifle and
Bugs Bunny,
Bugs Bunny, and he hits his tail of the rifle on the ground, he shoots out his horns.
Precisely where I get all of my biology.
All I know.
Yes.
Okay.
Bang, bang, bang.
It sounds like something you'd see in the movies. I think it's very interesting.
Okay.
Now there was, of course, the loaded goat episode of the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, where the goat ate the dynamite.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, it's a great moment.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were setting something up.
So did I. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've got my Andy Griffith guidebook in my office.
I have no doubt.
Firsts on the Andy Griffith Show, like the episodes where Andy Griffith's smoking a cigarette, and I assume it's a regular cigarette, not ganja.
Ganja.
Remember our song "Andy's the Sheriff" and
Yes.
Barney is the Deputy,
Right.
which has the ganja references in it.
Remember the episode where Aunt Bee's doing rails in the bathroom of that
Iron a kite.
Yeah. Who knew Floyd was into that?
Making 7 pies at once. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, give me the teaser, Christy.
Well, coming up, we have Allie Breen,
Oh,
our love expert. Yes.
all right. Find out what it's like being on the prowl.
A naked woman in New York City just hanging out on the corner. That's Allie.
Yeah.
And we have big TV news. We have Batmobile news and perhaps the end of the gender reveal party. We can only hope.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I want to. This will make Christy happy.
What?
Because I want to tell you about HelloFresh because I know you're the biggest fan. You and me are the only ones that are doing this right
We
now.
had chicken stir fry last night from HelloFresh. It was very good. Cashew and broccoli.
HelloFresh is the #1 meal kit in America. How does it work? The box arrives at your house, and you do the cooking. They've done the shopping and the measuring. So
The shopping and the measuring
and then you get to have some fun and you throw it together and have a great meal, much better than your own cooking. I was just reading an article about 3 weeks ago about how the headline was Americans are tired of their own cooking.
Yeah.
And with the weather about to change, there's probably going to be a lot more home cooking once again. So maybe try this out because we've got the best offer ever from HelloFresh. The box arrives, like I said, pre-measured. They've done the shopping and various options. You sign up for the ones, whatever you like. Over 22 recipes every week. Low-calorie, vegetarian, family-friendly, comfort food, whatever you like. They've got it, including the likes of Surf and Turf and the Kraft Burgers and more. And it comes with... instructions that are so easy to read. They're on big cards. You can't go wrong here.
Lots of pictures, which is important for me.
And you can change your delivery date. You can. It's really, really flexible. They've really figured out how to get this done.
You can customize it to your desires.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very good. That's a much more elegant way of saying it and a lot more economical. Get started. It's America's #1 meal kit. You're going to save a lot of money, and you're going to have a lot less food waste and a lot less waste in this box that it arrives in, et cetera, et cetera. HelloFresh.com is the place. Use the code BTShow, like Bob Tom Show, and get a staggering $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. That's how much they want you to try this. HelloFresh.com, code is BTShow. $80 off, free shipping on that first box. Once again, HelloFresh.com, the code word BTShow, and the $80 off on the free shipping. The promo code is BTShow, like Bob Tom Show. It's HelloFresh.com. Order it right now. I think you'll really like it. Coming up, the lovely Allie Breen. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hump day, everybody. Hump day. Mike. It's September 9th, 2020. We are one day away from the beginning of the NFL season. That's right. Thursday night, the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, my man, will be hosting the Houston Texans and Deshaun Watson. They both got paid in the offseason. We'll see if all that money helps them win their first football game. It's going to be nice to see the NFL back in action. Of course, the crowd will be down. They're going to socially distance, but still, the NFL season getting ready to get underway tomorrow night. And we'll have more details on that with Chick McGee on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Taylor Swift, Usher, Billie Eilish, and Phineas are among the acts who want to get young people out to vote. They have joined with the advocacy organization Global Citizen and voter registration group Headcount in a nonpartisan campaign to encourage young people to register to vote, then turn out to vote. They're offering incentives like the chance to win a Swift autographed guitar or a dance lesson from Usher for young people who check their voting status on globalcitizen.org. Andrew Lloyd Webber has told British lawmakers that the arts are, quote, at the point of no return. Lloyd Webber says theater is a labor-intensive business and few shows hit the jackpot the way Hamilton or Phantom of the Opera did. He pushed the British government to give a date when theaters can reopen. He says they just can't open a building the way a movie theater can. And a lot of servers and bartenders have seen their income fall because of the coronavirus pandemic. But in Anchorage, Alaska, a server got a big payday. Angelina Backus says a guy at a table with 3 other men asked to chat with her. When she did, the guy opened his wallet and peeled off 5 $100 bills. All part of a social media trend called the Venmo Challenge, where people use the online payment app to send money to a friend who uses that money to build up a bankroll for big tips. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
In NFL news, the Buffalo Bills are creating a so-called fan bubble So their fans have a sanitized pregame clean zone in which they can rage, party, and break tables. And while the city of Buffalo can reach freezing temperatures as soon as October, we're told that the team is insulating their bubble with those Bills Super Bowl championship T-shirts they never got to sell.
I think there are 4 styles.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio all day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, Peter.
24/7.
Hey, Bob. What are you doing out here?
Same thing you're doing. You got a light?
We are smoking in front of the building. We are standing. We are talking. But mostly we are smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building. We are puffing. We are gagging. We are happy because we're smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking. I met a girl from another office. She's a smoker, just like me. Now we're dating, and we're smoking. We're smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building, and we smell like we've been camping. It could be raining, it could be snowing, but we're smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking. I never was a smoker until I looked outside. They were smoking while I was working. So now I'm smoking in front of the building.
9:20 on the old nose at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much, Christy. Has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine today. Look for a high of 88. Overnight, we'll have clear skies down to 62, and then partly cloudy on Thursday with a high of 84. We're up to, well, I'm going to round it up, 70 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Thank you. The Bob and Tom golf outing, a benefit for the Riley Hospital for Children, will take place a week from today in the afternoon. Be part of it. Go to Q95.com for info. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here with the big room with Ace, Chick, Josh. I'm Tom. There's Willie G over there behind the glass, and Christy Lee over there behind the glass on the big screen. We have Jessica Alsman with her tribute to Adam Sandler. And then from Parts Unknown, we have the lovely Allie Breen. I see purple, I see red.
That's New York
Trying
City.
to color it up.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
We got the brick wall behind you. There we
Josh nailed it. Yep.
go. So you're back in your apartment in New York City?
Back in my apartment. Yes.
Okay. Well, I know that you've been traveling quite a bit. It's great to see you as always. And if you want to reach Allie Breen, it's ALLIBREEN in all formats of social media.
And on OnlyFans.
Oh.
Do you have an OnlyFans yet, Allie?
Not that desperate yet.
Desperate?
I haven't hit that level.
There's money out there on the table. Go ahead and take it.
Now, is OnlyFans strictly pornographic?
No, it's now becoming anybody.
Yeah, Bella Thorne was just doing bikini pics getting that $1 million a day. She doesn't even show anything.
We have a lot of comedians are on there now.
Yeah.
Podcasts.
So they're ruining it, right?
Yeah, I think this should have been just
That's
for
what
porn.
they say.
Yeah.
Because these social media platforms, they just keep coming and going.
Yeah. Keep pushing away. They make a lot of money with sex workers or whatever they call them. But they don't like the stigma that goes along with it, so they push them out.
Okay.
Well, I just read they all got mad at Bella Thorne because apparently people didn't realize she was just doing bikini photos.
Right.
They paid all this money and then asked for it all back.
Oh.
And then they had to change a bunch of regulations on the site, and all the sex
wow.
workers got mad. There's a big scandal going on. Yeah.
Speaking of that sort of thing, big news from the Kardashian group, Christy.
Yeah, after 14 years, 20 seasons, keeping up with the Kardashians, ending in 2021, our national nightmare is over.
Has it been canceled, Christy? Or
No, they've decided to pull the plug. The Kardashian-Jenner family said in a statement yesterday, it's, quote, with heavy hearts that we say goodbye. We've decided as a family to end this very special journey.
Oh, there's no judgment in this.
No explanation was offered for ending the show, which still has a new season airing September 17th. It debuted in October 2007, saw 12 spinoff shows. Well, the ratings have declined, and a lot of the family members don't want to be on camera anymore. And,
Does anybody want their balls back?
Kim is 58.
They're all billionaires at this point.
He said, desperately trying to change the subject.
Well, I just hope they kill off a character in the finale. That's always the best thing about these shows ending.
Josh, of course, my butt buddy, we've always appreciated the Kardashians.
Absolutely. They do good work in the realm of the posterior.
Yeah, how about that ass, huh?
Yeah, that ass, though.
I think they'll be back in a new edition in 10 years when the youngest of the kids are older enough to...
Probably.
I think the youngest kids are already on it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they'll be a little more engaging with
keeping up with the Kardashian Wests.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Well, it's time for us now to keep up with contemporary dating, et cetera, with Allie, Breen. Allie, you got some letters for us?
Dear Allie, I've been married for over 30 years, had a regular sex life that slowed down and then all but stopped. So she recently bought new lingerie, and when I went to buy something, she usually she told me to get it no matter what the cost, when before she would say, do you actually really need that? Now, when we do have sex, her oral skills have tripled. And when I enter, it's like I'm throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Well, she's having an affair, obviously.
I think she's cheating. What are your thoughts?
Wait a minute.
Oh,
a lot going on here.
Come on.
So the guy's suggesting that he can physically tell a difference.
Well, I don't know about that part.
But that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Isn't it possible she just read an article with the oral thing? And
maybe she's trying because she knows that they're having a bump in the road. I hope so.
What, did she roll up the magazine and
start practicing on it?
How do you anatomically alter the?
They've been married 30 years. Doesn't he know he can get out of it? I don't understand.
There are people that are happy. Come on.
This is probably always my go-to, but go ahead and talk to her.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I've noticed a difference. What's up? Yeah, I like it. I certainly like the one change.
And if she says you didn't have to say it twice, and he says I didn't.
And don't judge, but sprinkle awful whore in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Lying whore's good.
All right.
Sets the tone is what it does.
Okay, good. Okay, let's get to our next letter. Allie Breen is our guest, New York City-based comedian, and actually back home in New York.
Yes. Complete with drilling. You're going to hear it in a second.
Once again,
Dear Allie.
They're working on your
it's not
your apartment. I don't know what
no
imply
one's
that.
drilling.
Yeah.
Right now, anyway.
Dear Allie, I'm married and have been on birth control before and after having 2 wonderful kids. I'm 34, and I think it makes more sense at this point to have my husband get snipped so I don't have to keep messing with my hormones.
Yeah.
He doesn't agree, but I think it's only fair. What do you think?
This is a very common argument.
Yeah,
I would think so.
I will tell you this. I've had a vasectomy, and I'll back that up with the worst decision of my life at the time. I didn't know, but I thought it was. But the process of it, I think it gets a bad rap. It's not really painful, and it doesn't decrease your libido, or I don't know what fellows are thinking, but it is relatively easy.
And typically the big season for this is during the NCAA men's college basketball tournament.
Yeah.
But maybe
so there are probably a lot of babies on the way because they didn't get to watch basketball.
But maybe in the back of his mind, he's thinking that what if this doesn't work out and I get married again and want to have more kids?
Right.
Well, if that was the case, he could actually freeze the seed, right?
Yeah.
Or reverse
I would
the
think
vasectomy,
so.
correct?
Yeah, I think you can reverse it.
Yeah, and I don't
Yes.
know if you can get one where they cap it off knowing they may want to come back later. I don't know how that works.
Right. I don't know either.
Put a cap on it and then take it off? I don't think.
The longer you've had the vasectomy, the more difficult it is to
undo.
Reconnect the wiring.
Well, if they have decided not to have any more kids, I think it is fair for him to go ahead and get the procedure.
Yeah,
and again, I really have no business giving advice here. I've never gotten to this point of a relationship before, but that's just it sounds.
Or what's the problem? Don't you have a back? Come on.
A back?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He just.
I don't know.
I got it.
Either.
I got it, chick.
Oh, I see. She has a lower back.
She has
okay.
Did I say she had?
Yeah, that he could.
No, it did.
Right.
Well, that didn't stick or land.
Well, I thought he was talking to me.
So did I.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's what I thought he meant a spine or something.
So, Allie, what do you think?
I just can't believe there's a snipping season. Is that what you said?
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a snipping.
That's
there's a season where people get.
It's
crazy.
It's sort of a tongue-in-cheek thing, but yeah, certain.
We didn't have a snipping.
Urologists make it a point. They'll offer deals.
Every year you can find on the internet there'll be various urologists that in fact have an advertisement saying we have a special and
like
during March Madness.
During March Madness, because then they can because the recovery involves not moving around a lot.
So guys can lay on the couch, put frozen peas on their sack, and watch TV.
Yeah,
That's
really.
exactly right.
I mean, it really is a thing. I'm not making
Something like no matter if your team's a high seed or a low seed, you could have no seeds.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Right. Good job, Lily.
Oh, there's a slogan. Yeah, I think he should go ahead and do it. It's always on the girl. Yeah, I think guys can step up a little bit. Why not?
Right, and there are no hormones really involved there. So
Why doesn't? Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. If this
Unless
is why
every sperm is
why
sacred.
doesn't she contact the lady from the previous letter? And will that work out?
Why would they need to talk?
The whore, the lying whore.
She's not.
Like a trade-off. Like if you get stiff, then I'll reward you.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
To improve.
She's up for anything,
It was
obviously.
I
improving
hope
the
that woman's really trying to save her
improving the
marriage,
spoken word
first
skills,
one.
as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Back to you. Well, Al, let's get to our next letter.
Dear Allie, this one starts sad, but it takes a twist. Dear Allie, I'm a widower of 8 years, and I don't want to get back in the dating scene. But I am lonely, and I miss having an adult or having someone to confide in. Women these days can't carry on an intelligent conversation to save their lives.
We're in
What
trouble.
would you
All right.
suggest?
Maybe.
Wrong one died.
Don't lead with that.
Yeah.
How about the wide, wonderful world of homosexual? How about that?
No, he must be.
Who's he hanging out with?
Yeah, I was going to say he must be hanging out with.
Younger
people.
girls.
Although I think, and Josh will back me up on this, statistically, it's harder to talk to women than it is to men. It's
What?
just
Well,
amazing.
harder in what way?
Well, they just don't have anything to say, really. Sure about this?
Boy,
Did I drag you
if
into
this were a baseball
Your
game,
Honor, leading the witness?
Chick would have just been thrown out.
I'm joking!
Yeah, I don't know who this guy's hanging out with. That's quite a blanket statement, and it's
It sure
also
is,
completely wrong.
No, I would recommend to this man he use the dating sites. Therefore, because they can really match you up with somebody who's quite as interested in the exact same things you are. You'll have plenty to talk about.
They do a good job on that.
Yeah.
And don't they have them?
Yeah.
If this guy's literary minded, they have them.
Sure. Or I mean, he may even he can find somebody he would find very interesting.
Of course you could.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's probably not going to look real hard to find someone of the female gender who's smarter than he is, judging by the
By his letter.
That he thinks. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
But,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
try the website.
Let's move on one more time.
Dear Allie, what do? I'm engaged, but my fiance won't let me have any female friends. She's afraid I'm going to sleep with them, even the ones I went to school with.
Oh, my God.
We've been together for 4 years, and it's been like this for 2 of them. What should I do?
So I'm sorry.
Josh.
Has this guy been sleeping with all of her friends? Is that what's going on?
No.
Oh.
She's afraid that's going to happen. That tells me one of two things. Her confidence is either way low or
it's going to happen.
She thinks about cheating on him. She's projecting.
That's an interesting
Or she's had this happen before. She had a horrible ex-boyfriend.
Of course.
that
Trust
treated her badly.
Right, and so therefore her confidence is
Yeah.
just shot. So
Everybody's a bad guy.
just try to do
maybe,
your best.
Maybe he's a bad guy. And
No.
You think? I don't. I mean, it doesn't sound like it.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Normally, the people who write Allie letters are pretty honest and say,
I don't know. I think some of them are psycho.
Yeah.
Well, we have had that.
We already had a lying whore this morning and a psycho. Yeah.
Do your best to just reassure her. I don't know. This is tough.
Man.
Yeesh.
Do you get
unless it's one of those things where there's when there's girls or guys who have only the opposite sex friends,
right?
That is a little weird. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I think that's strange. Sorry, Willie, what were you going to say?
I think it was Josh that was saying something.
No,
oh, sorry.
I think
Josh.
you're right though. I do know people that only have opposite sex friends.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I know. I mean,
Right.
it's
but your partner has to be comfortable with that,
Right.
and she's got to figure out. They've got to figure out why she's not comfortable.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of a red flag when there's girls that are like, I only get along with guys. All my friends are guys. You don't think that's strange?
Not really.
You know what, Allie? I've actually kind of seen that a lot in comics. A lot of female comics who mainly hang out with male comics. And then when the boyfriend kind of comes around the club, you kind of see him cower around all these just kind of loudmouth comedic idiots that know his girlfriend well. You notice that?
Yeah. Now, have you ever dated another comedian, Allie?
Yeah.
His name is Tim Kavanaugh.
Tim's been married forever.
Timmy C.
You don't have to say who it was.
If Tim and Allie had babies, you'd never see them.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you got white hair, blonde hair. You could very, very good, Kristen.
We'd have a family that looked like Gaffigan. Yeah.
Okay, let's do one more letter.
Dear Allie, my boyfriend takes pride in lasting a long time in the sack, but he seems to think that's also a good thing when I'm working hard down south. He'll also return the favor for a very long time, which, by the way, after a few minutes, I'm good. So I'm really just trying to give advice. Don't be that 30-minute guy. For that matter, am I right?
I think generally speaking, you probably are right.
So this is the domino letter of delivering in 30 minutes or less. Am I understanding this letter?
Yeah, he's lasting a little too long.
Too much of a good thing.
If it's not a pharmaceutical issue, which is that's a real.
Sure, some sort of antidepressant could make you take a little longer. Sure.
Right. If it's not that, then she should tell him, hey, it's okay to.
I'm not saying that the Guinness people called up Paxil and Josh on the same day.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Make it a game. Just be like, hey, let's see how fast we can finish
Right,
this, eh?
exactly. Yeah.
By the way,
last time it was 30 minutes.
if they're making it a game and they need to go fast, I could be kind of an expert in that department. I could help them out a little bit.
Wait a second. Maybe my joke was actually a true idea.
What?
I think I've got it. This is perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
You have him. You know what I'm going to say, Chick? Mm-hmm. You have him order a pizza.
That's right.
And they've got to be done.
Before the pizza gets there.
But the pizza gets there. If not, you.
That's right.
You bang the delivery guy.
There you go.
Problem solved.
That's a tip.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's just good thinking.
The tip
right
and
there.
everything, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, Allie, thank you very much. Are you working this weekend, Allie?
I'm going to be doing a show in Central Park tomorrow for Stand Up New York.
Cool.
Yeah, so if anyone's in the city, come out to that. That'll be a fun one.
And it's outside, right?
Outside, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing them outside. They have an amplifier and they gather everyone around socially distanced. And there's usually like Zumba or something going on in the background and crazy people wandering around. It's interesting.
Allie, do you get a lot of follow-ups on your letters? The reason I'm asking is the tiara story that we had last week has become the stuff of legend.
Yes.
And I just wondered if that guy ended up following up.
We'll give the background of the story again.
Yeah.
Do you remember that
It
letter?
was a guy who went on a first date and the girl showed up in a tiara.
And he wanted to know
No explanation.
how crazy,
Yeah.
I just like to know if he
how
ended
crazy it was.
up
Red
seeing
flag.
her again or...
Yeah, I know.
So,
No.
if you're listening, sir,
You know,
please let us know.
The only one that I got exactly. We'll see. I'll see. Maybe I'll reach back out to him. The only one that I got a ton of follow-up on was a while ago. There was a letter about smelly balls. And a lot of people
they got
followed up.
Okay.
A lot of other people followed up with advice and their own stories, but that person never actually followed up.
Well, smelly balls are a myth, right, fellas? I mean, that really
Of course, that never happened.
I assume that the clear answer was bathing on occasion, perhaps. Well, thank you, Allie Breen, ALLIBREE, and send Allie your letters, and you'll find her on social media platforms everywhere. Good luck in Central Park.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Tell us how it
I'll
goes.
talk to you guys next week.
Okay, thank you very much.
Allie.
Take care.
Wouldn't you go out with the tiara girl again just to find out if she'd wear it again?
Well, I would have asked in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
I'd make her my wife. Are you kidding me?
I loved it. I whatever it was that was going on, I loved it.
I like the tiara. Chris Lee with the Grand Slam home run there. Tim Cavanaugh hooks up with Allie Breen.
Boy.
What is it, a boy or girl? We can't tell. We can't see. The kid's the invisible kid.
Name it Casper and move on.
Yes.
Very, very light-skinned they are. The blonde and...
Speaking of kids, we have a news story. The woman who popularized gender reveal parties has once again called for them to end.
Please.
Following the devastating wildfire in California that was started by a gender reveal device, blogger Jen Carvanitas wrote on social media, "Stop having these stupid parties." She added, "For the love of God, stop burning things down to tell everyone about your kid's penis. No one cares but you." Carvanitas is credited with popularizing the phenomenon, and I think we brought this up the other day, so thank you for pointing it out. Back in 2008, when she and her husband cut into a cake to reveal pink frosting, indicating she was having a girl. Since her post gained attention, gender reveals have exploded, both in popularity and in execution, with the use of incendiary devices that have triggered several wildfires and led to at least one death. It's horrible.
It is.
Jeez.
Well, I think... First, this is what happened when you invite guys into the baby shower world.
That's a great point.
I mean, this
Remember
is the
that
thing.
one baby shower we went to? Everybody just stood around and heckled. It was
I mean,
awful.
guys don't want to go, and, and you bring guys in, they're going to want to blow stuff up.
Yeah.
That's what's happening here.
There you
That's
go.
right.
This is viva la différence, as they say in France, okay? Let the guys go blow stuff up, and you ladies drink your White Claw and gossip and enjoy some cake. And bake the cake thing is, if you want to do the gender thing, the cake thing is fine. Why do we go from having a delicious cake to burning stuff?
I don't know.
Like you said, because the guys got involved.
Yeah.
And the whole gender reveal thing is just revealing the level of narcissism in our society.
In a sense, it's not about the baby.
No. It's like the naming. Oh God, it's insane. Please stop doing it. There've been fires and car crashes.
Oh, I know.
And so this lady
almost an alligator eating a grandma on a wheelchair. We have it all.
I forgot
That would've
about
been
that one.
cool.
It's crazy.
She didn't intend for this to take off. It was just something she did then.
Right.
And then people got,
Sure.
People want to go viral, so they keep going bigger and better and blah, blah, blah.
It's not gonna go away. Now, coming up, we have the Batmobile in Hanoi.
Lost its wheel, I heard.
And the contemporary Batmobile, mind you.
Robin laid an egg.
That's right, yeah.
They had a Batmobile in Wuhan, but it was more like an ice cream truck.
It's very clever. Very good.
Very, very clever.
I should have saved it because all's been stepped on.
Maybe you can bring it back in just a few minutes. Hey, it's not the Batmobile, but it's your car or your truck, and you got to get the parts you need from your friends at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts store. We're big fans right now. You can order online at Napa, pick up curbside at your local Napa Auto Parts store in just 30 minutes, or you can get your order of great parts from Napa delivered to your door with free one-day shipping on over 160,000 parts when you spend $35 or more. That's Napa. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely with Napa know-how. At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply. Check out our friends at Napa. Don't forget, order online, pick up curbside at your local Napa store in just 30 minutes. Now, when we come back, we have the Batmobile for real. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, DOD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission, insured by NCUA. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
BobandTomStore.com. Always open, never closes. Check out all our great selection of Bob and Tom hats, sweatshirts, T-shirts, all available in various sizes. You'll find something for the loved one in your life that loves Bob and Tom. Makes a great stocking stuffer. Holidays right around the corner. One-stop shopping, BobandTomStore.com. Check it out today.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Lakers enjoy a 2-1 lead. The Western Conference Finals after beating the Rockets for the second straight day, 112-102. Miami Heat are in the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 6 years, following a 103-94 win over the top seed Milwaukee Bucks. Major League Baseball interleague action yesterday. Minnesota, Philly, St. Louis, Washington, Baltimore, Detroit, Boston, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco, your winners. American League winners, Oakland, Kansas City, Toronto, Texas, and Houston. And National League, your winners, Miami, the Cubs, San Diego, and the Dodgers. NHL playoffs, Vegas blanks Dallas 3-0. And NFL news, according to reports, the Denver Broncos say star linebacker Von Miller may have suffered a season-ending ankle injury toward the end of yesterday's practice. Miller appeared primed for a big season following an offseason which he added several pounds of muscle and said he had rededicated himself to football. Results will come later in the week. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You got to be, hard holding your downward dog while trying to keep them goats from eating your yoga mat the whole time. Swear to God. Goats are dicks. And the only good thing to ever come from yoga was yoga pants.
Hear.
Oh, every woman looks fire-ass hot in yoga pants. Even if she's got butterface. Yoga pants are so tight nowadays. I swear to God, you can actually count the number of stitches she has in her C-section.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sit down, my sons, I've something to say, like my father told me on his dying day. And now to my own sons I pass this along, for my time is at hand, and soon I'll be gone. Gets you, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I've tried to teach you what's right and what's wrong. Be upright, be honest, be brave and be strong. Be kind and be true to the good friends you've made, and never turn down a chance to get laid. To the big ones, the small ones, the short ones, the tall ones, the skags and the hags, the free and the paid. To the rich ones, the poor ones, the drunk on the floor ones. If they're ugly, son, pull down the shade. But never turn down a chance to get laid. Boys, now I lay here, my body is broke. I pray that you're heeding these last words I've spoke. And as I meet my maker, I thank him for the chance for me getting into all of your mother's pants. To the hot ones, the cold ones, the young ones, the old ones, the street-walking hooker, the cook or the maid. To the punks and the junkies, the grumpies, the frumpies. It's your father's dying crusade. Boys, never turn down a chance to get laid. The sleazy, the easy, the smelly, the greasy, the smutty, the slutty, the chubby ones too. Do the classic two-bagger, the two-legged tail wagger. And boys, you will know when you're through, when you've found one you love who loves you. but till you do. Do the black ones, the white ones, the loose ones, the tight ones, the freaks and the geeks, the uniques, the antiques. Do the nasty and mean, the obese, the obscene. But
846 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. The Bob and Tom Golf Outing a week from today. It'll be in the afternoon, Wednesday, September 16th. The place Top Golf in Fishers. What's the idea? Well, the idea is to be out there.
What's the big idea?
In the breeze, helping to raise money for the Great Riley Hospital for Children. Thank you, Yingling's Flight, only 95 calories. Napleton Kia of Fishers. Move Indy and Omnisource, the official recycler. Got something metal? Omnisource would like to get a hold of that, grind it up, and recycle it. We'll have some fun there. Once again, that's coming up a week from today. All the details are at q95.com. And it should be a fun afternoon next week. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Once again in the big room, Ace Chick. I'm Tom. That's Josh. Josh, of course, sitting in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
Indeed.
Christy Lee's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Willie G is headquartered over there in the small glass booth. And then we're joined by Jessica Alsman from our staff. She's home. Has Donnie walked down the stairs naked yet?
No.
Okay.
You missed it. He did.
He walked out fully clothed.
Oh, you're fully clothed.
Oh, I didn't see that.
His work
Does he usually do that, or does he?
No, he goes to work naked.
The nakedness?
No, does he just come down and present himself naked first thing in the morning?
He has.
Yeah.
Perhaps when he's in rut.
Ready
Do you walk around your house naked, Josh?
Ready to breathe?
Yeah, a lot.
Do you?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there's no one in your house but you.
Right.
You ever go in the garage naked?
Chick, I did that. I did it this morning.
Yep.
Did you really?
And I was thinking how fun it was. Yeah, I had some in my car, so I got to go to the garage naked.
And my favorite part is, clothed or not, my dogs, that one of them right behind me all the time. Going, this is great. This is great. What are we doing now?
That's the great thing about it. You could take your dog, put your dog on a leash, go to the nearest mall, naked, get out of the car. Your dog would get out with you, walk around. What's up?
Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
What's
This is
happening?
great.
Wouldn't care. Have you ever driven your car from outside into your garage naked?
No.
Okay, I have done that.
Yes.
You done what?
For whatever
Why would
reason,
you need to?
just some situation arose in which I had to get the car and put it in the garage.
We probably should tell you that Tom and I are in a swingers club now. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be great.
Sure.
That would make my life if that were true. God.
And we were talking about this woman who wants to stop the gender reveal parties.
Yes.
And I guess she kind of invented them. They did one, and the cake was pink or something. But yeah, now they've gotten way out of hand, as I said. As soon as men were introduced to it, all of a sudden it's blowing stuff up. But I went to one last week, gender reveal party. Really threw me off.
Yeah?
Yeah, the kid was 16. Okay, it's about time we got an answer.
Yeah, that's more true than you know these days. I don't think that's very funny.
I bet you did this. I knew it. I knew it.
That joke had more socio-political heft than I think you realized.
Right.
Oh, my God.
No, I was fully aware of it.
You jackass.
Oh, man.
You didn't even care. You don't even
Time
care.
now to review what we learned on today's show.
Don't even care.
Idiot.
Time now for things we learned. Brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products. My father. The products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spoiled brat. Had a cool story about a woman who sailed around Australia, circumnavigated Australia without stopping.
Whatever.
I could probably do that.
What do you mean, yeah, whatever?
It is quite an accomplishment.
It's all about the
was
boat.
only able to sleep 20 minutes at a time.
Blah, blah, blah.
Why? The boat will float.
So she's probably
Come on, Christy.
Probably on speed. Yeah, what's she doing other than
What
riding?
is she doing?
You got to stay awake and you got to ride. Whoop-de-doo.
You know something? You'd be vomiting over the side of the boat
Oh,
within
God, yeah. There's no way I can do it.
20 minutes into the journey. You'd say, dear God, get me back
I
on the
claim
road.
I could do it. No
remember,
way.
now that she's made it, so what? You know? That's what you got to do. That's what you got to focus in on.
Promoting it. Never mind. Sorry, I brought it up. What else did we learn? Oh boy, we had quite a good time with Rajon Rondo.
Oh, wasn't that fun?
That was a blast.
Wasn't that fun?
Last night, where was he, Josh?
Orlando.
In Orlando. And then, Willie, what kind of car did he get into?
I believe he drove a Lambo.
Lambo, okay. And then he had a TV. He had a TV in the Lambo, and he was watching
Rambo
with Sylvester Stallone.
with a rando while he went through.
And
some
the woman he was with was a rando.
Right.
And did he show her some money?
Yeah, hundos.
Hundos,
okay.
nothing but hundo.
Okay.
You counted out a grando.
Osmond, are you happy
and you know who was doing the play-by-play? Comedian Frank Caliendo.
Doing his best, Marlon Brando.
They stopped at Subway, got some Sandos. That's right.
I don't think
And
that
it's
works.
now done blow.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Did I ruin it?
Okay, I'm sorry.
It works.
We had a guy from Bulgaria who was our guest who won the World Series kind of online poker. Won, what did he win? 2.9 million?
That is right.
That's amazing.
Stoyan.
And I think he bought the country of Bulgaria.
I am
3.9 mil.
Above the law.
Okay.
I am the law.
When Chick was a kid, he had a Stingray bike with a leopard seat.
Leopard
got
seat,
stolen.
baby. Yep.
And Christy, you're saying if you're looking for a Stingray, there's a bunch of them over at our other studios.
I always wanted one of those, but we couldn't afford them.
You can go ride one right now.
Really?
There's one in PJ's office. Absolutely. One of the guys there, he rebuilds them. He's got like 4 of them over there. They're great. Let's see. Christy?
Yeah, the Crypt Keeper. Yep, the Crypt Keeper's in the news.
Sorry, Christy, excuse me. Christy is creeped out by her attic.
Yeah, I don't like attic.
You don't like going up in the attic? There's a great video out there on TikTok of a mom falling through from the attic.
Hilarious.
Her daughter's trying to do an audition tape, and all of a sudden, mommy falls through the ceiling. God, that's hilarious.
Kind of an idiot would fall through the ceiling.
Thank you very much. And if you have anything you want to add to our Rando poem, please, by all means, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Josh, you had a good time over the weekend?
I sure did, yeah.
Barbecuing?
I didn't do a lick of barbecuing. I know. I had some leftover barbecue that I still made good meals.
Well, slow down.
Unheard of in my house.
You walked right into
a rare treat.
You know, it's hard to not say it. It's hard to say something that's not going to set them off. I agree, but